It's Thursday night Facebook record sale. When you're on and watching, be sure to say hi. Seth, do you care? Where's my... I need to print out those pre-orders.
Your computer right here.
Yeah. As soon as it prints, I'll get you to hand them to me. Welcome, everybody. I'm about 20 feet away from the camera right now, but I need to print this. I am printing 2 copies. Ed's tuning in. All right. I hadn't got a email yet from... Are we live? I hadn't went over there. I hadn't looked at the monitor. Hold on a second. We're live?
You just went from 36 to 46.
Okay, good. All right. I hadn't got a YouTube email yet.
I didn't get YouTube. I just got...
Yeah, no one's messaged us, or no one... Is YouTube working? Let's see. Yeah, it's working. All right, let me get that shared. I didn't really post that we were having a sale tonight, but I mean, it's Thursday. Thursdays are always a given, so... you know what? I'm going to try something. I'm going to post this link in the group. Well, actually, let me share it in the group, too. Welcome, everybody. I see comments rolling in. Let's see what's going on here. Let me share this in our... Share to community. That's a whole lot of records. And then in the comments, I'm gonna post our YouTube link. Also, I think I'm just gonna post it not on our Facebook store, but I think if you post that link, it's not compatible with Facebook, is what I found out. What's going to be our hot picture? Let's make it a picture from yesterday. Link. Alrighty, live now. All right, everybody, hold on one second. I'm almost done here. Okay. Got to get all of our technical stuff done. I'm still not done. Hold on. Restream. We got to start going live at like 6:55 to get all this set up. But everybody's going to be like, you're starting early. Okay. I'm ready now. Tanner didn't format this the way you usually like it, but I do have this printed out. There's your copy. Welcome, everyone. The show is officially starting. It is 7:04. It is Thursday night. We're live here at Coletco in Lebanon, Tennessee. I feel like we've been nonstop for about the last couple of days, everything we've done and whatnot. But if you don't care to go ahead and share the feed, I think I've got it shared everywhere. I really didn't post or tell anybody we're having a sale tonight. But it's a as normal show. We got new stuff to show you. Did y'all say John's new arrivals was wheeled up here? Is this them right there? I guess so, yeah. I got new arrivals. We're back to normal business. I'll start telling you a couple updates about what I've done and what we're doing. As the show progresses, I'll let a few more people get on. But I'm going to start as always. It's Thursday night, which is new vinyl arrivals. We got some pretty cool stuff in. The first thing is Star Wars Stories. This is a new release from Music on Vinyl. They're $44.99. Music on Vinyl at the movies. And that is Star Wars Stories. Star Wars Stories. Limited edition 2,500 numbered copies on amber colored vinyl. So this is a soundtrack, music by John Williams and others. But the Star Wars Stories are those, The Mandalorian, Rogue One, Solo. This is a compilation of music from those Star Wars movies from Music on Vinyl. Look at this cover. Can y'all see that? How it's got like a foil 3D hologram effect to it. Very cool. Those are $44.99. I have 2 left, and I had several people who pre-ordered it with us, and that is Star Wars Stories. Dakota Wilkie pre-ordered that with us. So did Andrew Sansparino, Cody Chandler, Brian White, Jason F., and Matt Algram. Star Wars Stories. Dakota, Andrew, Brian, Jason, and Matt Algram. Chip Trout also wants a Star Wars Stories. They're limited and numbered on the back to 2,500. This is number 1249. And Steve Botsford also wants one. We will take a wait list on that because these are a lot nicer and better looking, and I kind of want one myself. I really enjoyed The Mandalorian, and Rogue One is probably one of my favorite Star Wars films, so I definitely need to order more myself. If anybody else wants one, we'll take a waiting list. And this is Star Wars Stories, limited and numbered for Music on Vinyl. And this is their technical side label, At the Movies. Very play on with MOV there. Very, very cool there. These should be in stock where I can order these and have them in by the end of the week. So one is sold to Chip Trout, one is sold to Steve Botsford, and Tony Murphy and Bob Reiger on the waiting list there, if that's okay. If y'all are okay. That's Tony and Bob Reiger on waiting list. Next is another new big release this week from Music on Vinyl, and this is Mr. Frank Sinatra Collected, which is essentially a Frank Sinatra greatest hits. Man, a lot of tracks. Really good compilation. It's also limited and numbered on gold vinyl, and that is $44.99. Frank Sinatra Collected. Let me read the pre-orders for this. It's quite a few. Alex Roman, Jerry Wallace, Conrad Murak, Joseph Snow, Jason Byrne, Linda Banks, R.J. Myers, Josie Stapleton, Tracy Miller, Matt Hamilton, David Howard, Jerry Pinnock, Pam Dickens, Matt Algram, Gavin Hotala, Yvette Vergara, George Buchanan, Justin Hunt, Roy Kugler, Lasley King, Paul Brothers, Kim Winfrey, Dallas Coop, Ron Phillips, Kevin Schreiner, Debbie Blair, and Chris Kirkley. That is the Frank Sinatra Collected. Cameron Nance also wants one. Cameron, I thought I just read off your name. I don't guess I did, though. Cameron Nance wants a Frank Sinatra Collected. Yeah, limited and numbered to 10,000 on gold vinyl. Frank Sinatra Collected, $44.99. This was a restock here of Rock Ballads Collected. They still have them in stock on limited and numbered red vinyl. Another Music on Vinyl title. I have a lot of Music on Vinyl stuff because our distributor for that, they did I got a big shipment from them. So I think we showed this the other night and we had some people on a wait list. No, that was Classic Rock Collected. This one I was sold out of and I hadn't shown it for a lot of new customers. Tonight. And this is Rock Ballads Collected. So if you're fairly new with us, you've probably never seen this before. It's another awesome compilation. Def Leppard, Queensryche, Kiss, Alice Cooper, Poison, Rush, Bon Jovi, Vandenberg, Bryan Adams, Marillion, REO Speedwagon, Extreme, Aerosmith, Journey, Status Quo, Foreigner, Gary Moore, Ugly Kid Joe, The Cult, Styx, Nazareth, Pearl Jam, Tesla, and ZZ Top. And that is Rock Ballads Collected. Rock Ballads Collected. That is $44.99 if you don't have one of those already. Another great Music on Vinyl Collected. 3,500 of those on red vinyl. Big pre-order for this. Bare Naked Ladies. Is this the first time on vinyl? This may be the first time this was ever pressed on vinyl. If they did press this on vinyl in 1998, there's no way there's many of them in existence or, for that reason, cheap. Bare Naked Ladies Stunt, $38.99, limited to 3,000 on yellow vinyl. And 1 week, that's definitely their big hit, 1 week. I don't know if that was ever released on vinyl. Bare Naked Ladies, $38.99 for Stunt. The pre-order on that was Kevin Schreiner, Joe Musser, Tracy McFadden, George Buchanan, Richard Davis, Eric Fisher, Trey Tidwell, Tony Alejandro. I think I just butchered that. Matt Hamilton, Walt Cruz, David C. This is why I abbreviate. Dolan Webb, Matt Algram, Brian Glick, Trey Phillips, and Paul Brothers. That's the pre-order list for Bare Naked Ladies. Cameron Nance wants a Bare Naked Ladies. I have 3 of those left. George, let's see here. Jamie Butler, ballads, rock ballads collected was $44.99. $44.99. 2 LP, red vinyl. George Buchanan wants a Bare Naked Ladies. Yeah, if y'all want to go sample that song 1 week right quick, you've definitely heard it. I didn't know who these guys were until I listened to it. I was like, oh yeah, I know what that is. This has been out of stock for quite some time. The Black Keys Amorica, that is $44.99. Black Keys Amorica, $44.99. I've got 5 of those back in. Black Keys Amorica, I've got 5 of those back in stock. Or the Black Crows, excuse me. Black Crows, not the Keys. I get the Crows and the Keys. I don't get them mixed up until I'm showing records, and then I get them mixed up. The Black Crows Amorica, $44.99. 2 LP. What did I miss here? Was wondering about the Halloween Nuggets. I had one pre-ordered. I think we've already showed those, Brandon. Those may have came in on Monday's sale, but I will check on that for you. Okay, Black Crows to George Buchanan, Jeff McIntosh, and Kevin Squires. Bob, the Star Wars, it just depends if they get them shipped to me. Oh yeah, Thursday. I feel like this is Tuesday. Yeah, that will definitely be next week, Bob. Yeah, Star Wars will definitely be next week. I got 2 Black Crows left. I only have one of these. I'm not for sure if this was a special order for somebody, but we didn't have a list for it. Within Temptation, the Silent Force, $36.99. Within Temptation, the Silent Force, $36.99. Excuse me. And new Striper album. New Striper is The Final Battle, $44.99. Striper, The Final Battle, $44.99. Now, this is a new release from Striper. Kevin says I was just correcting you. Oh, Jamie Butler wants one, so tag that for Jamie Butler. I wasn't even paying attention, Kevin. Thank you. Here's the pre-order for the Striper album. Let's see. Striper, The Final Battle. Scott Smith, Dakota Wilkie, Bill Fratsky, Michael Ling, and Matt Wermeyer. That is the new Striper album. Striper, The Final Battle. I have 2 left. $44.99. $44.99. Stevie Ray Vaughan, The Sky is Crying. I think Eric Fisher, let's see here. Yeah, Eric Fisher, you were on a waiting list for that. Eric Fisher, Sky is Crying. Music on vinyl, $38.99. I've got 2 copies of Ugly Kid Joe here. Ugly Kid Joe. Now, these have different barcodes. I'm not for sure what's going on, or they may be different colors. There's no hop sticker on them. Ugly Kid Joe, Rad Wings of Destiny. Rad Wings of Destiny, $29.99 for Ugly Kid Joe. And the Stooges. Well, this is one of the new Rocktober indie exclusives on whiskey colored vinyl. $29.99 for the Stooges. And I think the same people who had this one pre-ordered, excuse me, the same people who had this one pre-ordered had Funhouse pre-ordered, and that was Jason Kenton, 2 for Brent Rabley, and Matt Scheiker on that one. Okay, Ugly Kid Joe. I've got 2 different barcodes, and I've got 2 different people who claimed one. And like I said, I wish I knew what the difference was. I'm assuming they released it on 2 different colored vinyls. So Paul and Richard, if y'all are okay with it, Tanner's gonna put your name on one of those 2. And that's Ugly Kid Joe. That's sold to Paul Beal and Richard Davis. The Stooges. Whitney says she would like to claim a Stooges. We'll sell that to Whitney Croy. And that's the only one I have. If anybody else wants one of those, please let me know. I'm probably going to order more. So, and I didn't get to show these. The other night. But Megadeth, Peace Sells, But Who's Buying is back in stock. $38.99. If you're on the fence about this, when these officially kind of went out of stock, they didn't obviously go out of print, but when they went out of stock, I had 2 stray copies left on our website inventory, and I posted them on eBay, $74.99 free shipping, and we sold both of them like immediately. And that is Megadeth, Peace Sells, But Who's Buying. So they've repressed them. They're $38.99. I have like 20 of them in stock. Megadeth, Peace Sells, But Who's Buying if you don't have one of those. We sold out completely from the pre-order, so this is the first time I've actually got to show it. and that is the Allman Brothers Band, live from A&R Studios, New York. This is a live 1971 concert, 2 LPs on pink vinyl, and this is the 10 Bands, One Cause, Breast Cancer Awareness, limited edition pink vinyl, $29.99. Thomas O'Brien wants a Megadeth. So does Greg Hagewood. And I have more of those. Tanner's got them right there. Okay, Tanner's got them next to him. Let me go ahead and grab them so I can show them. Let me slide underneath this. I'll keep them in the crate too. All right, so there's one for Thomas O'Brien. There's one for Greg Hagewood. There's one for William Lee Murphy. There's one for Jason Ivey. Jamie Butler, I will check. Y'all are probably talking about Brent. Brent K also wants one. Y'all are probably talking about the pre-order. I showed that, I guess, on Tuesday night. We can check for y'all, but if you commented on that post, excuse me. If you commented on that post, then you definitely got one. That was the post where I said they were coming back in stock. I got enough for everybody. And sorry, I probably will be coughing a lot tonight. When I woke up yesterday to go to Atlanta to get that collection, I felt like I had been beat up with a baseball bat. I'm still recovering. I've been definitely very sick within the last 48 hours. Thanks to Tanner and Henry that was there to help me move those records. Otherwise, I would still be in Atlanta moving records. That was the biggest collection we'd moved in a long time. I don't know if y'all realize how many 11,500 records are. You walk in a room and it's literally full of records and you're like, wow. But then you start moving them and trying to box them up and crate them and put them in tubs. We were there for hours. What did it take us, 5 or 6 hours to move them, Tanner? We were moving records for 6 hours. And I didn't get them all. I'm going to have to go back soon and get the rest of them. Absolutely unbelievable. Unbelievable. Okay. So the Allman Brothers here is $29.99. Allman Brothers is $29.99. Okay. And then Slipknot. Slipknot, The End So Far, or actually the name of the album is The End For Now. And this is $38.99. $38.99, Slipknot. Now, I had 2 people waiting on this. Slipknot was Rich Recor and Lou Hetzer. Rich Recor and Lou Hetzer. Brent Rabley said he'll take an Allman Brothers. I do have putbacks to do tonight. Any other Megadeth? Not that I'm aware of, but I do have them all back ordered. So, we're waiting for those. I got one Slipknot. Taste, that's a music on vinyl title of Roy Gallagher, $38.99. $38.99 with that. The Best of the Blues, that's from American Epic from Third Man Records. I have Brent Rabley. Yeah, my bad. Brett Bailey. That's not Brent Rabley. Did Brett comment too? Hold on a second, man. Y'all messed me up. Yeah, that's Brett Bailey on the Allman Brothers, not Brent Rabley, Tanner. Okay, Best of the Blues. That was Sherry Darnell, Debbie Blair, Tommy Flowers, and Lou Hetzer. I had a waiting list for that, and that was $28.99. Stevie Ray Vaughan is $38.99, and I've got a couple of the blues. I actually got 3 of the blues. And then Classic Rock Collected. I think I had a waiting list for that one. Yeah, Jeff Bergman and George Buchanan. Jeff Bergman and George Buchanan on Classic Rock Collected. Those are $44.99. Another all-star lineup, great tracks from Music on Vinyl. All right, let me restart that crate. Then we're going to go into some of our new vintage arrivals. Here's an update on this week. The rest of the week, we're going to have some new arrivals. And then we're going to be doing a lot of on-sale vintage because John, who is our principal record pricer, he's going to be working along with Ed the sidewalk sale all weekend. So the sidewalk sale starts for anybody that's local. Alice Lowry takes the Stevie Ray Vaughan. The sidewalk sale starts in the morning at 10 o'clock and it will go until pretty much twilight when it, we'll kind of start wrapping it up when we realize it's slowing down. But we're going to be doing that Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. All the stuff we bought in Atlanta yesterday, we're going to start working on it for probably the first night we show any of that will be Tuesday night. And it's quite a collection. Alice takes Stevie Ray Vaughan. Paul Brothers wants on the wait list for the Star Wars. And I feel like I'm going to be coughing a lot tonight. If I'm going to be doing this much talking. Okay, so I've already showed Frank Sinatra Collected. Frank Sinatra Collected is $44.99. I have 2, 4, 6 of those left. I've also got Rock Ballads Collected still available, $44.99. I have Bare Naked Ladies, just 2 of those. That comes out, street date for that is Friday. Street date for that is Friday, $38.99. 2 Black Crows Amorica is still available, $44.99. Within Temptation, The Silent Force, $36.99, music on vinyl. The new Striper album, I still have 2 of those, $44.99. Megadeth, Peace Sells, But Who's Buying, $38.99. 1 Allman Brothers, that is $29.99. Slipknot, The End So Far, $38.99. Taste, $38.99, music on vinyl. The Blues compilation is $28.99. And we have Classic Rock Collected, $44.99. It was actually not in Atlanta, it was in Snellville. Joe Gabriel wants a Black Crows. Michael Bohannon wants a Stunt, and that's a Bare Naked Ladies. And that's it for that crate. Tommy Green takes that last Black Crows. Tommy Green gets that last Black Crows Amorica. I need to order more of those. All right, let me grab this first crate of vintage and see what we have. Let me get started on some Japanese auctions. We have brand new Japanese stuff to show you, but before we bring any of that out, we want to reduce and sell off everything we have shown so far. So we've got some killer stuff here. I'm going to start slashing prices and get it put up for auction. So let me start back here in the back. I think there is some, there's definitely some stuff in here, though, I've never shown before. A lot, actually. So let me get all the new stuff out first. Let's do John Cougar Scarecrow and the Fix Japanese pressings. John Cougar Mellencamp Scarecrow Japanese pressing. This is near mint vinyl with the Japanese insert and about a VG Plus cover. It's one of those that has those Japanese, what I call aging spots on it. We're going to put that up for a $35 start. John Cougar Mellencamp Scarecrow and the Fix Phantoms. Not an easy one to get for, us here with US pressings. Near mint vinyl, nice cover. The insert has a couple aging spots on it. $35 start for those 2. John Cougar and the Fix, $35 and $35. Let me go over here and look at this first bin of new arrivals. I think the new arrivals we have for tonight are a lot of stuff from the Fred collection. So I posted yesterday... Excuse me, I posted yesterday we had, we bought that major collection in Atlanta. I really hadn't promoted too much what we bought from Fred's because I did a lot of videos there and I was going to make a video and I haven't had time to do that. But we bought a substantial amount of records. I mean, when I say we're going to be buying tens of thousands this week, that's why we're having the sidewalk sale. That was an exaggeration. We're literally trying to make room for all this stuff we're buying, so... Okay, new vintage arrivals. New vintage arrivals. The Beach Boys, Endless Summer, $19.99 for the Beach Boys, Endless Summer. Let me move my camera up just a hair. Cameron Nance needs a Black Crows Amorica. Cameron, we're going to put you on a waiting list for that if that's okay. And Greg needs to put back his Megadeth. I've got 2 Japanese pressings up here for bid. The Fix Phantoms and John Cougar Mellencamp Scarecrow. That is $35 starts. Steve Botsford first to the Beach Boys. New vintage arrivals here. Most of this is from Fred Goodwin collection. Brian Glick is in on Scarecrow. $35 start. Barry White. Barry White is $14.99. Barry White. Man, I wish I could stop coughing. I'm not going to be able to, though. Okay. Black Sabbath's Greatest Hits. This one is, we opened this. I'm not joking. I meant to tell John not to open it because I was going to film it to show y'all. This was sealed. We bought this sealed, but the cover is really bent, or not bent. It had been sealed too long, and it was very warpy. And so we was worried about the disc, but guess what? It's perfectly fine. It's flat. It's near mint. It's mint. I mean, this was sealed. $39.99 for Black Sabbath's Greatest Hits. The cover was, I mean, there's no wear or anything on the cover. It was sealed, but it's kind of warpy, if that makes sense. It's kind of wavy, especially right in here. The shrink wrap on it was very, very tight. We was worried it was warped. That's why we opened it. So this is new. Black Sabbath's Greatest Hits, $39.99. Near mint vinyl, essentially brand new. Tommy Flowers is at 36 on Scarecrow. Brian Glick was at 35. Tommy's at 36. And Joe Valentine is at 35 on the Fix. So both of those have bids. Going once, going twice. Woody Woodbury's Concert and Comedy, $14.99. The Byrds, Ballads of Easy Rider, and that is $24.99. Can we see if Bill Fratsky has a Megadeth on his ticket? Brian Glick's at 40 on Scarecrow. Dragnet, music from the motion picture soundtrack. That is sealed. $29.99. Dragnet. Original motion picture soundtrack from Dr. Dolittle. $19.99. Dueling Banjo soundtrack from Deliverance. $19.99. Steen, Past and Present. Stereophonic recordings on British Rail and England's preserved railways. $14.99. Bill Toe takes the sealed or the near mint Black Sabbath. Sell that to Bill Toe. Yeah, Fred's collection is it's vast and stuff. You'll have stuff like train records, and then you'll have we'll find stuff like a random crate with an Iron Maiden in it. So it's just amazing what he had stored out in his garage. 12-inch single from Debbie Gibson, Only in My Dreams. That is $14.99. Lovers Lau, Les Paul and Mary Ford, $19.99 on that. And New Edition, Under the Blue Moon. That is $14.99. New Edition, Under the Blue Moon. Bill Monroe, Columbia Historic Edition. That is $11.99. Bill Monroe compilation. Another Les Paul and Mary Ford, $19.99. Is there two of them in there? There is. There's two of them in there. Carpenters, Now and Then, $9.99. And the Christmas song, Nat King Cole, $9.99. All right. Brian Glick is at 40 on Scarecrow. Going once, going twice. Let's go ahead and sell Joe Valentine the Fix. Yeah, just right there. I'll show them after this crate. Excuse me. Joe Valentine gets the Fix. Bill Fratsky gets the Debbie Gibson 12-inch single. And Kenneth Jank wants Nat King Cole. Those are both sold and sold. Going twice, going three times on the Scarecrow. The Elvis Christmas album. This is really cool. This is a reissue, a repress of what looks like the very first Elvis Christmas album. Is very difficult to find. It looks just like this. By the way, this one's $19.99. It's a 50th anniversary edition. But it's a very cool hardbound book almost. And when you open it up, it has these photos in it. Long ago, in my early days of record selling, I sold just the cover on eBay one time for like $25 or $35 because it was so pristine. It's a very difficult Elvis record to find an original of. $19.99. That's a repress. Very cool though. Paul Brothers wants the Dueling Banjos. Sell that to Paul Brothers. Lily McCurry on Elvis. I figured that'd be an easy sale. Let's go ahead and sell Brian Glick the Scarecrow for $40. Sell that to Brian Glick for $40. I'm going to grab two new Japanese pressings. I do have new stuff to show. And then we'll start going back into some other stuff. So we have Santana Z-Bop. Santana Z-Bop. Japanese pressing. Near mint with Obi. This one's absolutely flawless. Nothing I can say bad about this one. $35 start on Santana Z-Bop. And Journey Frontiers. Journey Frontiers. I'll put that one up for a $45 start. Also near mint. Obi, cover, vinyl, insert. It's all there. So $35 on Santana, $45 on Journey. Elvis. In person at the International Hotel, Las Vegas, Nevada. $34.99. This one's a nice one. Original inner sleeves. Pristine, near mint, orange label. Has the Elvis's back in Memphis. $34.99 on that. Elvis Sings The Wonderful World of Christmas. That is $9.99. And the Sinatra Christmas album is $9.99. All American Cowboys compilation. This is Merle Haggard, Mo Bandy, David Allen Coe, and Willie Nelson. $19.99 gold stamp promo. The Elvis, Sinatra, and Dean Martins have not come in yet. Those have not come in yet. Pete W is at $45 on Journey, going once, going twice. Still looking for a $35 start on Santana, and that is going, well, no bid on that. Going once, going twice on that. Eddie Pasir wants the Elvis in person. Sell that to Eddie Pasir. Brett Bailey, I got to be careful of that tonight. Brett Bailey takes the Sinatra Christmas album, and Kenneth Jank, you were second on that. We still have Elvis Christmas album in shrink wrap there. That's just $9.99. A Country Christmas, Alabama, Razzie Bailey. Very popular one here. Willie Nelson's on here. Charlie Pride, $14.99. Linda Ronstadt, Living in the USA, $9.99. Leo Sayer, Endless Flight, $9.99. And Stevie Wonder's Greatest Hits, Volume 2. I like Volume 2. Wow, this is a nice copy. In Volume 2, Never Had a Dream. Yesterday, Yester Me, My Sherry Moore, Traveling Man. Signed, Sealed, Delivers, For Once in My Life. We Can Work It Out. Very, very nice. That is sold to Calvin Ward. Okay, final call on Journey. $45 to Pete W. Going twice, going three times. Calvin Ward. Hold on a second. What's the grade on the Elvis Christmas? No condition notes on it. This is near mint. Covers in shrink wrap too. Yeah, very nice copy. Very nice copy of that. Brett, that's yours if you want it. Calvin got SW. Francis put CC. That was for Country Christmas. Correct me if I'm wrong. Tim Harper's at 47 on Journey. Pete, I thought it was yours. Tim is in, though, at 47. Greg, you were second on Country Christmas. The Best of the Bee Gees. That is $19.99. Brett Bailey said he will take an Elvis Christmas. That's Brett Bailey, not Brent Rabley. Esther Gilberto, The Shadow of Your Smile, $19.99. Steve Winwood, Back in the High Life, $19.99. Johnny Cash, Greatest Hits Volume 1. Wow. We had a customer, Warren Wilkie, looking for this for like 5 years. And we couldn't find it. Now we've had like 5 show up in the last couple sales. $19.99. Great tracks. Jackson, Ring of Fire, I Walk the Line. And then this is Ring of Fire, The Best of Johnny Cash. And that one's $19.99. Johnny Cash, Everybody Loves a Nut, $19.99. And Miles Davis, Bitches Brew, $99.99. Let's see what we have here. Didn't know we had this. Miles Davis, Bitches Brew. This is, wow, really nice. VG Plus cover, just a little bit of ring wear. That is $99.99. All right. Pete's out on Journey. Excuse me. Tim Harper. This is yours for $47. Going twice, going three times. Going twice, going three times. I'm going to go ahead and end Santana. If anybody wants to buy it, you can buy it now for $34.99. No bid on that. Santana Z-Bop. No bid on that. $34.99. Okay. I've got Cameron Nance first. Cash 1. That is sold to Cameron Nance. Cash 1. Kevin Huffman, you were second. Kathy was next. And then Kenneth Jank put... he actually passes on Bitches Brew. Okay, so Kevin Huffman, let me know if you want Ring of Fire or Everybody Loves a Nut. If you're passing on those, that's fine. And then Kathy, you've got next dibs. So I had 2 more Johnny Cash there. Y'all are next on those. And then Ron Phillips is going to get the Z-Bop for $35. Let's go ahead and sell Tim Harper. Tim Harper, you get Journey Frontiers for $47. Sell that to Tim Harper. That means 2 new Japanese auctions. I've got a Van Halen, and I have a Herbie Mann. They're both passing on those. Okay, so both of these Johnny Cash are still available. This has the Rebel, Johnny Yuma, Bonanza, Remember the Alamo, Tennessee Flat Top Box, Ring of Fire, 40 Shades of Green, Peace in the Valley. Aha! 1984, Van Halen. This is an extremely nice top copy, Japanese press, near mint vinyl. There's the... actually, that's, yeah, the Japanese insert. $65 start. Van Halen, 1984. And then Herbie Mann, Memphis Underground. Herbie Mann, Memphis Underground, $25 start on that. Herbie Mann, Memphis Underground. Paul Brothers takes to Johnny Cash. Everybody loves a nut. Tim Harper's at 65 on Van Halen. Excuse me. Miles Davis is still available. Red Fox, the new racetrack. Red Fox is $14.99. Gone with the Wind, the Dave Brubeck Quartet. $19.99, Dave Brubeck Quartet. Little River Band's Greatest Hits, $9.99. Elvis. Is this sealed? It is. This is Elvis Presley. Elvis Presley 56, How a Legend Was Born. It's an Italian 2LP compilation, $39.99. Superstar. That's got like early stuff on it. Van Dandy, first to Red Fox. That is sold to Van Dandy. Pete Weisgarber, Pete W. on YouTube. First to Little River Band. And John Wilson, you were second on that. Ricky Nelson, live, 1983, 1985. That is also sealed, $29.99. Frank Sinatra, the movie songs. I don't know if I've ever seen that one. Frank Sinatra, $14.99. Regina Tabor takes the Elvis. Regina said she's coming up in the morning for the dollar sale, so we better dig her up some Elvis records. Ed's got you some Elvis. Regina, 120 Elvis records, $100. Or is it 100 for 80? What are we doing? 120 for 100. 120 for 100. Yeah, 120 for $100. Okay, we have How Great Thou Art. Another Elvis, $9.99. Giroux, Gary Mulligan is $39.99. And More Hot Country Request, a country comp, $14.99 on that. The Black Hole, original motion picture soundtrack, John Barry, that is $19.99. And Americathon, featuring the Beach Boys, Elvis Costello, Nick Lowe, Eddie Money, and Tom Scott. Soundtrack from that, $19.99. 1980 country music hits of the 80s. 1980, Willie Nelson, Mickey Gilley, Charlie McClain, George Jones. That is $14.99. And last two, Steve Winwood Chronicles, which is like a greatest hits, $19.99. And Daryl Hall and John Oates, Private Eyes, that is $19.99. All right, I'll go through those one more time. Let's go ahead and sell Tim Harper the Van Halen. Tim, you're the only bidder on that. You get it for $65. And if anybody wants to buy Herbie Mann, you can buy it right now for $25. Excuse me. Go ahead and get ready. I'm going to be coughing a lot. Aaron Gardner gets the Herbie Mann for $25, and Kenneth Jank wants Hall & Oates. Sell that to Kenneth Jank. All right, some people not bidding. They're holding out for the buy it nows, which nothing wrong with that. In case, unless you really want it, then I suggest you go ahead and bid. The Miles Davis. It is, I don't think this record was originally on 2i. That's what I was trying to think to myself when I was showing it. I can't remember if this was originally a 2i or not. I don't think it was. GP26 CS 9995 XSM 152413 $99.99. Miles Davis. I'm going to set that aside anyway. Mike Jones wants the Steve Winwood. I'm assuming you want Chronicles, Mike. The greatest hits on that. All right, let's go through these one more time. If you need prices, let me know. We have Barry White, Woody Woodbury's, The Byrds, Ballad of Easy Rider, Dragnet soundtrack. We have Dr. Dolittle soundtrack, Steam, that's Train Sounds, New Edition, Bill Monroe, Les Paul and Mary Ford, The Carpenters, All-American Cowboys, Linda Ronstadt, Leo Sayer, Best of Bee Gees, Asturd Gilberto, Steve Winwood, Johnny Cash, Dave Brubeck, Rick Nelson, Frank Sinatra, Elvis, Gary Mulligan, More Hot Country Request, Black Hole soundtrack, Americathon, and 1980 Country Compilation. Let's see here. There's Cardinals and Saints getting hurt all over this place. Yeah. How's the Thursday night football game tonight?
Better.
It's better. Okay. How much was the Dragnet New Edition? Dragnet soundtrack is sealed, $39.99. That is sealed unopened, and the new edition was $24.99. New edition Under the Blue Moon, $24.99. Aaron Gardner is going to take the Berry White. Sell that to Aaron Gardner. All right, if anybody else wants anything in there, you can buy them at any time. I'm going to go ahead and just set them right over here. I may go through those at some other point tonight. We're buying we're buying a lot of records this week, and I've been talking to people. I talked to 2 different people between 6 and 7 o'clock. Actually, just moments before I went live, I was on the phone with somebody with a collection for sale. Wait till y'all see just some of the stuff we're getting in. I mean, I hope I have time to promote it. That's what I try to do. I have to promote these collections, but sometimes we get it in so fast and sell it so fast, I don't even have time to show it to y'all before it's all gone. So I need the next crate of new vinyl. Is it over there somewhere, please? And then I'm going to get started. Yeah, the one with Blue Hawaii. And then I'm going to get started on putbacks. Well, maybe one more crate of new arrivals. 25 for, yeah, heard me, man. Yeah. All right, I'm going to need a bigger boat. I know, that's why we're having this sidewalk sale. We literally don't, all the stuff we bought, we hadn't unloaded it yet. So we got to do that tonight. It took us 5 hours to load. It won't take us that long to unload, but it'll be a major undertaking. Okay. 2 new box sets. I'm going to call them 2 new audiophile arrivals. This is the Miles Davis Analog Productions UHQR of Kind of Blue. Only have 1 of them. This is $149.99. This just recently came out. $149.99. Miles Davis Kind of Blue UHQR. That is $149.99. That's the retail price on that. Something to realize on this, I meant to, that's a great price because it's supposed to be a little bit more. If you order these through UHQR, you see the $150 price tag, then they charge you like FedEx shipping. So I went to pre-order a Steely Dan Can't Buy a Thrill through their website, and while it does say $150, when you go to pre-order, it takes you to a checkout link with shipping, and it's about, well, for me to have it delivered at my home, it was like $18 shipping. So, but yeah, for those that don't know what this is, it's $150. It is 40. Yes, this is the 45 RPM, 2 disc, Miles Davis Kind of Blue. This is unbelievably, I mean, it's fantastic. And they actually did a restock of Eric Clapton Unplugged. If you don't have one of these already, Eric Clapton Unplugged MoFi Ultra Disc 1-Step, $134.99. Eric Clapton Unplugged. So those were in stock. I went ahead and grabbed 1 of each, and that is $134.99. So yes, that's the 45 RPM. Of course, the 1-Step there, I think it's 33 1/3. Okay, speaking of MoFi, there's some new stuff in here. First is Elvis Blue Hawaii, $59.99. This is a new MoFi release. We've had this on pre-order, I think, for almost a year. And I had 2 people pre-order it, and that was David Johnson and Dallas Coop. Yeah, Dallas Coop and David Johnson on the Elvis Blue Hawaii original master recording. It is DSD, which means they copied this from the analog master to a digital file, and then it was cut, of course, analog here to vinyl. $59.99. I only have 1 of those. Olivia Newton-John's Greatest Hits. These are $34.99. Just got these in. I have 5 of them. I think it's the first time it's been repressed in quite some time. Olivia Newton-John's Greatest Hits, $34.99. Another restock of the Cars, Shake It Up. This is actually 100% pure analog. This is from the original master tape from the Cars, and it's cut straight to analog vinyl. Cars Shake It Up, $49.99. I have 3 of those. And then Yaz Upstairs at Eric's, and that is $36.99. Yaz upstairs at Eric's. That is $36.99. Tommy Green wants the Olivia Newton-John's Greatest Hits. Olivia's expanded. Yeah, it does have quite a bit of songs on it. Yeah, there's a lot on here. There is a lot on here. Olivia Newton-John's Greatest Hits. Tommy Green wants one. I've got 2 Yazzes, a few cars, Elvis, Outcast, Aquamini, $38.99. I had one person waiting on that to come back in. It was Troy Robinson. Troy Robinson on Outcast, Aquamini. I've got 2 more available for sale. This is a new release from Lou Reed's catalog. Lou Reed, Words and Music, May 1965, bright yellow wax. I'm not for sure what's going on here, but it's a Lou Reed something. All tracks previously unreleased, remastered, vinyl pressed at RTI. Vinyl pressed at RTI, 28-page book, and that is $44.99. Joe Valentine and Jason Hopkins takes an Outcast. I'm sold back out of those. I will definitely order more, though. So the new Lou Reed is $44.99. I got 2 copies of Neil Young, A Letter Home. This is actually a Third Man Records released. Neil Young and Jack White produced. It's Neil Young went into that talking box, wax cylinder, or whatever it was, recording booth and did this album. $28.99. Neil Young, A Letter Home, $28.99. Shepherd Michael, if it's okay, I will put you on a waiting list. I will put you on a wait list for that if that's okay. Paul Brothers takes Yaz, the MoFi pressing of that. Sell that to Paul Brothers. And Golden Earrings, Golden Earring. The name of this album is Tits and ASS. That's Golden Earring, and that's music on vinyl. They limited and numbered these to 1,000 on red vinyl, $44.99. I didn't post that as a pre-order on Facebook because I don't know if it would let me. Golden Earring, those are $44.99. Shepard said, please add him to the Outcast waiting list. You got it. The 80s Collected, if you if you missed it, today I posted the 80s Collected Volume 2. Music on Vinyl is doing 60s, 70s, and 80s Volume 2. Once again, limited and numbered colored vinyl. And I just posted the pre-order for 80s. I'll be posting 70s and 60s as well. $44.99. $44.99, the 80s Collected. $44.99. If you don't have that already, there's that. This is from Analog Productions. Elvis is Back. 100% analog. $69.99. And I've never had this one before. Elvis is Back. I believe that, I know it's 2 LP, but it should be 45 RPM as well. But I'm not for sure. I do know it is 2 LP though. Elvis is Back from Analog Productions. That is $69.99. Black Sabbath Paranoid, that's the deluxe edition. $39.99 for Black Sabbath, the deluxe edition. And I have Motley Crue, Girls, $33.99. Shepard, if you want to pre-order that Collected, I will be posting those. So just be on the lookout. And what I'll do is I'm posting links for the other ones as well. But make sure you comment in that. We do all of our pre-orders from the comments on that. I finally got a restock of Motley Crue, Girls. John Wilson wants one. Jason Hopkins wants one. Eric, Chad, do you know if I ended up with a Rage Against the Machine? Yes, I got you down for one. I remember that. Yes, I got you down for one. And the very popular and recently released 80s Movies Hits Collected. 80s Movie Hits Collected. Why aren't we running any auctions? I had these laying up here and just in the back of my mind I figured they were auctions, but they're not. Let me put up a couple new auctions. How about David Bowie and Bad Company? Let's see. Is that a new Motley Crue? Yes, this is the new remasters. These are the new remasters. Jimmy E also wants one. And next 2 Japanese auctions. David Bowie, Scary Monsters, Japanese press. We'll put this up for a $65 start. Obi, near mint vinyl, insert. I think it has the inner sleeve with it too. That is a $65 start. $65 start, David Bowie, Scary Monsters. Greg Rogers and Shepherd Michael also wants a Motley Crue. I think I have one left now. Yep, I have two left. And then Bad Company is a Japanese pressing. It just doesn't have an obi. It's a really nice. Wow, it is really nice. Yeah. And that's a $25 start. No obi with that. Does have the sticker there on the front. $25 start on Bad Company. $65 on David Bowie. One more recap through this bin. One more recap on this bin. Elvis, Blue Hawaii, $59.99. That's a new MoFi release. Olivia Newton-John's Greatest Hits, $34.99. The Cars, Shake It Up, MoFi, $49.99. Yaz, Upstairs at Eric's, $36.99. Lou Reed, Words and Music's, May 1965, $44.99. Got two copies of Neil Young, A Letter Home, $28.99. Golden Earring, $44.99. The 80s Collected, $44.99. Elvis Is Back, $69.99. Black Sabbath Paranoid, $39.99. Motley Crue Girls, 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 $33.99. And 80s Movies Collected, $44.99. We have three bids of Bad Company at $25, and then David Tate is back in at $30. So Bad Company's at $30, looking for a $65 start on Scary Monsters for David Bowie. All right, I got a new bin of new arrivals, vintage arrivals over here. Let me take a peek at them first. I'm pretty sure this is all from Fred's Garage, but I may be wrong. At this point, we have so many records in the back, I don't know where they come from. I just show them and hope that you buy them. So Bad Company's at $30 with David Tate. That's going once, going twice, and we're looking for a $65 start. Just FYI, David Bowie Japanese pressings are never, ever cheap. I've never had anything like Ziggy Stardust, or we may have had it one time without an obi, but his best albums on Japanese pressings, they're just kind of impossible, or they're pricey. And if you're just joining us, we're having a sidewalk sale here at the store Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, starting in the morning. We just bought, far as quantity, one of the bigger collections we've bought in a while, and the quality isn't, he's got amazing stuff. Wait till y'all start seeing some of it. I was kind of blown away. And then we've got a lot of other collections in the making. So Jefferson Starship, new vintage arrivals. Jefferson Starship Gold. This one has the 45 RPM with it, $24.99. This has the Sacred Bonus 45 with it, $24.99 on Jefferson Starship. Jefferson Starship Winds of Change is $19.99. And Elvis, Almost in Love, that is sealed, $19.99. Elvis, Almost in Love, $9.99. Two different copies of that. And Elvis Legendary Performer Volume 3. That's a picture disc. I don't know if I've ever seen Volume 3 before. And it's a picture disc. That is $19.99. And David Tate. So update on the Bad Company. David Tate's at $35 on Bad Company. I'm going to go ahead and end David Bowie. If anybody wants to buy it, it's $65. It's a near mint copy, Japanese pressing of Scary Monsters. What's the price of the Beatles poster from Fred's? Trying to think of what you're talking about. Where did you see that at? Okay. Let's see. Hall & Oates Live with the Temptations. Hall & Oates Live with the Temptations. Near mint Japanese pressing with obi. $35 start. Very cool. It's actually David Ruffin and Eddie Kendricks. It's essentially the Temptations. Hall & Oates Live, $35 start. We do have a $37 bid on Elvis. And Tim Holloway was first to the Elvis picture disc. Tim Holloway was first to that. Yeah, I don't even know where to start on letting y'all know some of the stuff we got yesterday. I did a bunch of videos, but I'm just going to have to slowly start breaking it down. Y'all know when we buy a collection of a couple thousand, it takes us several sales to go through it. This collection had almost 12,000 records, and It's hard for us to really find any junk in there. So everything's really good. His soundtrack collection was unbelievable. His Beatles collection, his Jimi Hendrix collection, new wave and punk. I was very surprised with the amount of new wave and punk records he had. So, Sentimentally Yours, Patsy Cline, $29.99. This is an original Patsy release. Decca label with the original inner sleeve. This isn't any kind of repress. This is the real deal. $29.99. That's one of her original studio albums. Patsy Cline, That's How Heartache Begins. This one is sealed. Once again, sealed. Decca, $44.99. Very, very cool there. That one is sealed. Hillbilly Music, Volume 1. Hillbilly Music, Volume 1. That's a comp, $24.99. 2 LP. Charlie Rich is $9.99. And Charlie Rich Behind Closed Doors. That's got all kinds of stickers on it. That is $14.99. And Frank Sinatra, Only the Lonely. 14. He showed it live on the feed. Blue background. Oh my gosh, there's no telling. You have no idea what our back room looks like. All the posters and stuff we bought from Fred are buried. We may not, I don't even know when we're going to be able to touch that stuff. No telling. The Buck Owens Show, big in Vegas. Buck Owens in Vegas, $9.99. Jimmy Rogers, a legendary performer, $14.99. John Anderson, Tokyo, Oklahoma, $19.99. This is Chet Atkins, $19.99. Work It Out with Chet Atkins is $9.99. Chet Atkins in Hollywood is $14.99. And the Doobie Brothers, Minute by Minute, $14.99. Jimmy Buffett, Coconut Telegraph, $19.99. Foreigner 4 is $19.99. Bad Company, Desolation Angels, $19.99. Foreigner Head Games is $19.99. Squeeze, Sweets from a Stranger in Shrink Wrap, $24.99. Tom Petty, Southern Accents, Gold Stamp Promo. Gold Stamp Promo on that one, $34.99. Stanley Kubrick's Clockwork Orange, that one's in Shrink Wrap, $34.99. And Ralston Purina presents Tom Mix Original Radio Broadcast, $19.99. Jeff McIntosh, first to the Buck Owens. Jeff McIntosh first to Buck Owens. Tommy Flowers, You Were Second. Tim Holloway first to the John Anderson. And David Tate is back in on Bad Company. David Tate's at 38 on Bad Company. That's now going once, going twice. No bid on Hall & Oates Live with the Temptations. If anybody wants that, you can buy it now. First come, first serve, $35. Where did I get to? Lots of Foreigner. Tom Mix, I think, is where I stopped. Janie Freaky, It Ain't Easy, $14.99. The Byrds' Greatest Hits, $19.99. Let's see what pressing it is. It's a wow, it's nice though. That's very, very nice. That is $19.99. Let's see. Kyle Morgan wants Patsy Cline, Sentimental, and he wants Hall & Oates with the Temptations. Kyle, are you a new buyer with us? I really don't recognize your name, but if you are a new buyer, let me know and I'll give you some instructions. You get the Patsy Cline, that was $29.99, and he's getting the Temptations for $35. We're going to post an email address. Please send us an email unless you're on Facebook. If you have a Facebook account, it will make it a lot easier for both of us. You can send us a message on Facebook. If you don't have a Facebook, let us know, and we will post our email address in the comments so you can send us an email. You might want to screenshot it or write it down right quick so you can send us an email after the show. Steve Botsford is at 40 on that. David Tate said he's out. Let Steve have it. So, Steve, you've got Bad Company for $40. That's going twice, going 3 times. Okay, I got another Japanese pressing without an obi. It's one of my favorites. He says, please post email. Okay, we will do that right now. Wings Greatest Hits, another one of my favorites. Japanese pressing. That's contact us at shopcollectco.com. Original inner sleeve. There's the Japanese lyric insert. And then near mint vinyl. I'll put that up for just a $25 start. Wings Greatest Hits, $25 start on that. Final call on Bad Company at $40. Blood Rock, Whirlwind Tongues. Blood Rock is $14.99. W.C. Fields, the original voice tracks from his greatest movies, $14.99. Tom Jones Live is $9.99. Ricky Lee Jones is $14.99. A Single Man, Elton John, $19.99. Elton John Breaking Hearts, $19.99. Elvis Sings the Wonderful World of Christmas, another Elvis Christmas, $9.99. Another Elvis Christmas, $9.99. The Worst of Jefferson Airplane, $24.99. OG press of that. Jefferson Starship Red Octopus, $19.99. And Jimmy Buffett Riddles in the Sand. Don't see that one too often, $19.99. Cameron's at $25 on Wings. Allen's at $26. Greg Waits on Ricky Lee Jones. Sell that to Greg Waits. Bobby Gentry Fancy, $49.99 in shrink wrap. In shrink wrap. U.S. orange or green Target label, $49.99. I sent a Facebook message, no reply. Get in touch, I'll pay weekend. Okay. So, yes, I'm glad you brought that up. If you message our page, if you're a new buyer, you probably won't hear from us until Monday when you pick Monday when we send out invoices. Also, if you're planning to pick up, in-store pickups aren't ready until the following Monday. So anything bought this week isn't available for pickup until the following Monday. Also, if you're watching this week for the first time and you've sent us a message, sometimes if we have time, we'll send you a thank you message before Monday. But normally we won't send you the initial reply with your invoice and a thank you message until Monday when we send out invoices on it. So, okay. So Wings, Alan Jonason's at $26 on Wings. Let's go ahead and sell the Bad Company. Bad Company was $40 to Steve Botsford. Sell that to Steve Botsford for $40. I got more Japanese pressings. I got 2.5 tubs full actually. 2.5 tubs full actually. On that. Okay. Asia, Hall & Oates, Stevie Wonder, Footloose, ELO, Steve Winwood, Miles Davis, the Beatles. We hadn't done a Beatles yet tonight. Here you go. A pristine copy of the Beatles 62 to 66 with Obi. Let's see what this one has in it. There's both near mint LPs. Whoop, I pulled it out without the sleeve on it. Glad my hands are clean. Near mint. No condition notes on the vinyl. Inner sleeve. Inner sleeve. Always curious of what's all in these. This one has the Beatles. Yeah, this is the lyric insert book, kind of with their timeline too. That one is a $65 start. That is the Beatles 62 to 66 comp. Wings. The Wings, by the way, I think we just got one other bidder. Alan Jonason's at 26. I guess Cameron's out. So, Alan, you've got that for 26, going twice, going 3 times. The Magic of Judy Garland box set, $29.99. 6 LP set. Barbra Streisand, Lazy Afternoon, $9.99. Barbra Streisand. Ringo Starr, Ringo's Rotogravure, that is $24.99. The Wizard of Oz, Judy Garland, is $19.99. And Herb Albert, Whipped Cream and Other Delights, $19.99. Hey, that one's in shrink wrap. Eddie and the Cruisers soundtrack, $19.99 for Eddie and the Cruisers. Eddie and the Cruisers. All right, I'm going to go back through that crate. There is way too much great stuff still left in there. I'm going to go ahead and sell Wings to Alan Jonason for $26. Sounds like a deal for me, to me. And looking for a $65 start on the Beatles comp. Jeff McIntosh takes Herb Albert. Jeff McIntosh takes Herb Albert. Deborah Devaney wants Eddie and the Cruisers. Sell that to Deborah Devaney. Okay, one more time. I'm going to read through titles on here. We have Jefferson Starship Gold. That has the bonus 45 with it. Jefferson Starship, Elvis, Patsy Cline is sealed. Hillbilly Music Compilation, Charlie Rich, Frank Sinatra, Jimmy Rogers, Chet Atkins, Doobie Brothers, Jimmy Buffett, Foreigner, Bad Company, Foreigner, Squeeze, Tom Petty, Stanley Kubrick's Clockwork Orange, Tom Mix radio broadcast, Janie Freaky, The Birds' Greatest Hits, Blood Rock, W.C. Fields, Tom Jones Live, Elton John Single Man, Elton John Breaking Hearts, Elvis, 2 Christmas albums still available. The worst, someone asked a question about that. Yeah, Dana, right. Dana, I just remembered. Blue Christmas. Blue Christmas is not on this one. Blue Christmas is not on that one. Worst of Jefferson Airplane, Jefferson Starship, Jimmy Buffett, Bobby Gentry Fancy, Judy Garland, Barbra Streisand, Ringo Starr, and The Wizard of Oz. The Wizard of Oz, original soundtrack album. That's what that looks like in case you've never seen one. All right. Any questions or requests? I'm going to go ahead and end the Beatles. It's going over here with the other $65 no bid with David Bowie. If anybody wants to buy the Beatles 62 to 66, you can buy it right now for $65. The Bobby Gentry Fancy is $49.99. It's near mint with shrink wrap. Excuse me. Petty album condition and price. Rich Tom Petty is near mint. I mean, it's a really nice cover. Gold stamp promo. Original inner sleeve. Yeah. It's $34.99. Michael Bohannon wants Squeeze. Let me go ahead and pull that for him. That's right here behind Tom Petty. That is sold to Michael Bohannon. Wolves Council wants Blood Rock. I know I've never sold anything to Wolves Council. So if you're a first-time buyer, please make sure you message our page. Send us a message with your email address and your mailing address, and we will send you an invoice on Monday. That's sold to Wolves Council. Brienne, The Wizard of Oz is $19.99. $19.99 on that. That is yours if you want it. If not, Floyd asked second. Streisand also near mint. Everything, unless I'm doing a check condition bin, everything is always near mint, and the covers are at least VG Plus or better. I'll let you know if there's any major cover damage. But if I'm doing a crate of new arrivals, and you can assume everything is near mint. It's always near mint. How about near mint minus? That's what we usually say on that. James Dawson said, I'll take it. And that was for the Bobby Gentry Fancy. That is not easy to get. Let me find that right here. That's sold to James Dawson. This Bang Make Cough Drops. I wish I could use some right now. Greg says, show Jimmy Buffett. There's this one here, Riddles in the Sand. Riddles in the Sand. It's from it's a little bit later. Yeah, 1984. MCA. Very nice. That's $19.99. And then there was Coconut Telegraph. And Coconut Telegraph is right here. And it's also $19.99. That's from 1980. Okay, Chris Kirkley wants the Ringo Starr rotogravure. Let me pull that for him. Where is that? Let's start back here. Let's start from the front, actually. Yep. That's sold to Chris Kirkley. Brienne Denny Meadows gets the Wizard of Oz. And I think we're caught up. Unless Rich Group wants Streisand or Tom Petty, or if he wants any two of these right here. So those are new arrivals from tonight. Let me get 2 new Japanese auctions started. I need to show our putbacks. Are those behind the counter right there? I think those, with those mailers. Yeah, those are putbacks. Let me show a crate of putbacks because we all love putbacks, and I need to go through them. Yeah. Yeah, I guess. We're about to find out. Yeah. Thank you, Seth.
You're welcome.
You do a great job, by the way.
You're so welcome.
So does Ed. Ed does a great job. Tanner does a great job. Doug does a great job. John does a great job. Got to give a shout out to Henry. He helped Tanner move records yesterday for 6 hours. Oh, yeah, Julie. My mom. She works here about 4 days a week. Josh is probably watching thinking, Chad, have you forgot about me? Josh, did I say Doug already? We're getting too many people. I forget people when I start doing these shout-outs. Brian Glick said, Chad, today marks 2 years of buying records from the live Facebook sales. If anyone hasn't made the road trip to the shop, highly encourage. Was awesome meeting Chad, Tanner, John, and Chad's mom on my trip. Thank you, Brian. Has it already been 2 years? Wow. Yeah, we've been selling on Facebook different things for going on 4, but we've been pretty hot and heavy selling Facebook. We've been doing this. Now it seems like it's a part of my life. If I'm not on Facebook every night selling records, I feel like something's missing. Okay, this is a bunch of putbacks, mostly putbacks or mistags or non-payments. And I'm going to start here with the Cranberries, the best of the Cranberries, 1992 to 2002, $39.99. There is a lot of really good stuff in this bin, so pay attention closely, please. The best of the Cranberries, $39.99. But thanks to all of our customers, I think we've got already 4 or 5 new ones just tonight, and we probably have some people watching who has been bidding and buying for 3 or 4 years with us. So if you tune in every night religiously, we thank you. We would not be out buying records and traveling the country looking for collections if y'all weren't on here willing to buy them. So first, Wolves Council sent us a message. Thank you, Wolves. I hate calling your mom Chad's mom. Her name is Julie. Julie is my mom. 62 to 66. Charlie DeFrank, this is pristine. This is a Japanese pressing. It has the book with it, both inner sleeves, 2 LP, of course, perfect obi, perfect cover. That's a $65 buy it now. Every memory of my Facebook is Chad selling records, I know. Okay, so the Cranberries. Kiss Alive 3. Wow, I don't think we have these anymore. Kiss Alive 3, $44.99. $44.99, Kiss Alive 3. I'm going to have a sticky note collection by the end of the night. Sturgill Simpson, Sound and Fury, $28.99. Sturgill Simpson, Sound and Fury, $28.99. Hold on a second. Okay. I've been there a couple times, met Doug and Tanner. Records everywhere. A lot of records here. Wait, y'all should see our back. I need to do a backroom tour. Tim Harper, First to Kiss. Tim Harper, First to Kiss. John Wilson was second. Greg Rogers wants Jimmy Buffett Coconut Telegraph. Right here. Sell that to Greg Rogers. Bob Medine, you were third on Kiss. And Charlie DeFrank said he will take the Japanese Beatles comp for $65. And sorry if I'm coughing or if y'all missed it earlier. When I woke up to go to Atlanta yesterday, I felt like Mike Tyson had beat me up. And flu-like symptoms. I'm about half better today, if that makes sense. But the show must go on. I don't normally miss work. So I could very easily be in bed asleep right now. A collection of Beatles oldies. A collection of Beatles oldies. Japanese pressing. This one has a couple of sleeve scuffs on it, as we call it. Definitely non-audible marks. This is one of those obscurities in the Beatles collection. It is an official release, of course. UK Flag Series, Japanese pressing. We need a $45 start for that. Normally, I would say $55. This being EX, I'm going to say $45. A collection of Beatles oldies. $45 start on that. Miles Davis, the man with the horn. Miles Davis, the man with the horn. Japanese pressing, near mint with Obi, $45 start. So, 45 and 45 on those. There's one of those blues comps. We had those earlier. $28.99 on that. And Collector's Records of the 50s and 60s, Volume 13. Collector's Records of the 50s and 60s, Volume 13, $9.99. Blues, again, from Third Man Records, $28.99. And the Beatles 65. The Beatles 65 is $44.99. Wow, this cover's nice. This is a Scranton press. That's from Pennsylvania. Scranton, Pennsylvania press, $44.99. Has the original inner sleeve with it. Stereo pressing, $44.99. Stacy Metternich wants 13. That's 13 collector's records of the 50s and 60s. If you're just joining us, we're doing putbacks. I don't think there's many non-payments in here. I think it's mostly putbacks. I think the non-payments I hadn't officially purged yet. Reservoir Dogs or putbacks or stuff we accidentally tagged twice on somebody's invoice, which happens quite often. Reservoir Dogs, $38.99. That's a music on vinyl, $65 on that. Forrest Gump, music on vinyl, $46.99. Forrest Gump is $46.99. Is this a putback because we never heard from them?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I think we have them stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. We have stuff. I think we sold them this week.
I don't think it's been long enough.
Yeah. Well, I don't think they ever emailed us. Jerry Cantrell Degradation Trip, $44.99. Jerry Cantrell Degradation Trip, $44.99. NXS. NXS is $32.99. This is an OG. This is an OG copy, $32.99 of that. Has some sticker residue up here, $32.99. So while we're doing putbacks, there's something I need to explain to everybody, especially for new customers that may get a little excited watching our show. Please don't buy 30 records. Please don't buy 30 records and then message us when you get your invoice and realize you can't pay for them and you need to put like half of them back. That is very frustrating for us because we could have sold them to somebody else. They could have already been paid for and be shipped out. So we do have a lot of people who get on, they go well too much overboard, over their budget, and then they need to put like half their stuff back. One thing, only buy what you can. And also, if you're buying an auction item, it is 100% final. We had somebody the other day want to put back 4 or 5 auction items. I was like, you just can't, you're going to have to pay for them because that's like, you have plenty of time to think about an auction item. So, okay, John Wilson wants Jerry Cantrell. John Wilson gets the Jerry Cantrell. Eddie Pasir gets the NXS. NXS to Eddie Pasir. Michael Bohannon, you're second. All right, so one more time, here's our 2 auctions up here. This is Miles Davis, the man with the horn. That is a $45 start we're looking for, and a collection of Beatles oldies, which is a very good compilation of Beatles songs. $45 start for either one of those 2. Dazed and Confused. Dazed and Confused is $38.99. $38.99. Dazed and Confused. That is 2 LPs on purple vinyl. $38.99. Pulp Fiction soundtrack. Pulp Fiction soundtrack is $27.99, and that is a repress. That's a newer pressing. It is $27.99. New copies are $36.99, I think. So just to kind of give you an idea on that one. Hole Celebrity Skin. Hole is $38.99. $38.99 on Hole Celebrity Skin. And La Bamba soundtrack. La Bamba soundtrack is $19.99. Brian Glick said he is sold on Pulp Fiction. Also a lot of wasted sticky notes. Tyler Childers, Can I Take My Hounds to Heaven? $64.99. Let's see. Robert Campbell on Hole. Robert Campbell on Hole. Hey, Chad, that is my Kurt Hammett. I think I'm Beast Smoker on YouTube. I think I said it twice when I was on the show. Okay, so Beast Smoker is Chris Gornsey. That is very good to know. I was about to ask publicly, but we didn't know who Beast Smoker Barbecue was, and we must have not seen your question. That's Chris. I don't know where that is. Chris, we'll just put it on this week's invoice, I guess. Is that what we're going to do, Tanner?
Yep.
Okay. Chris, that will be on this week's invoice. Sorry. Yeah, if you're ever on YouTube with a different name, I know you probably told us, but we might have missed it. So thanks for letting us know. Okay. Bill Toe. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and end these. Give Bill Toe the Beatles for $45. By the way, Hole went to Robert Campbell. Bill Toe got the Beatles for $45. And Jason Ivy wants the La Bamba soundtrack. Jason Ivy on the La Bamba soundtrack. Talking Heads. This is the white vinyl. Unfortunately, half of the hype sticker is missing, but that's a new indie exclusive. White vinyl, Remaining Light, $29.99. Halloween Garage. Brandon Jackson just asked about that. He messaged us when the show started and said, Halloween Garage Blues. That's weird. Let's set that aside. He still may be watching. Brandon, we have one of these in the putbacks for you. I think you requested 2 of these. Brandon, I bet you requested 2 of these, and we may have took both of them off. I'm not for sure, but there's your Halloween Garage Blues. Or maybe you asked about Punk Nuggets. There's a couple of these new Halloween soundtracks I've got confused. John Wilson wants Talking Heads. We'll figure that out for you, Brandon. The Beastie Boys. This is $24.99. Some old BS. That is a colored vinyl from Record Store Day Black Friday. White vinyl. The Beastie Boys. $24.99. 80s Movie Hits Collected. $44.99. 80s Movie Hits Collected. $44.99. Suicidal Tendencies. Join the Army. That is limited and numbered. Or is it? No, they just did this on black vinyl. That is black vinyl. Suicidal Tendencies. Join the Army. $36.99. John Wilson also wants the Beastie Boys. I'm going to go ahead and end the Miles Davis. If anybody wants to buy that, $45. I'm putting it over there with David Bowie. Only 2 Japanese pressings so far tonight that haven't got bids. And let's do the ELO and Streets of Fire Japanese pressing. So 2 new Japanese auctions. Streets of Fire soundtrack. Japanese press of that. Near mint with Obi. $35 start. $35 start on Streets of Fire. And ELO, Dance of Power. Shrink wrap with Obi and hype sticker. Also a $35 start on that. Don't see that one too often. Streets of Fire and ELO, Balance of Power. Balance of Power. There's Suicidal Tendency. There's a Pink Floyd Deluxe. Pink Floyd Deluxe box, $114.99. $114.99. Pantera. $19.99. This is called Reinventing the Steel. Is this colored vinyl? No, it's black vinyl. Boy, that's feels like 300 gram. Pantera. Reinventing the Steel. $19.99 for Pantera. Joe Valentine's at $35 on Streets of Fire. Pete W's at $40 on ELO. So both of those have bids. Going once, going twice. Alan Jonathan gets the Pantera. Another 80s Movie Hits Collected. $44.99. 80s Movie Hits Collected. John Wilson, you were second on Pantera. Chris Gornsey, you were third. Warrant, latest and greatest hits. Greatest and latest hits. $29.99. Red splatter vinyl. And the new Mars Volta. No, this is the new Cult album. Under the Midnight Sun. Limited edition white vinyl. We actually have a waiting list for that, I think. We have a waiting list for this Cult album, so I'm just going to set that aside. Well, those are already spoken for. Another Tyler Childers. Can I Take My Hounds to Heaven? $64.99. Cheech and Chong, Los Conchinos. $24.99 on Cheech and Chong. And Baby Metal. Baby Metal is a 2016 pressing, $29.99. Tim Harper is at $47 on ELO. Pete, you're out. And Streets of Fire still has a $35 bid with Joe Valentine. That's going twice, going 3 times. Pink Floyd Animals, that is the 2018 Remix Standard Edition, $36.99. This was originally on sale. I'll still do that on sale price. No Time to Die soundtrack, $19.99. Those were originally $37.99, the most recent James Bond movie. Theme song by Billie Eilish. Pete W is at $50 on the ELO. This is The Longest Day, Japanese pressing. This was only... Is this right? Just $9? Just $9. I have it stickered 20. I must have cut a deal with somebody. I don't know if they put it back. I don't know what happened, but The Longest Day, Japanese pressing, just $9. Chris Kirkley wants 007. Tanner, make sure that one goes in for $19.99, the 007 soundtrack. And Woods Felix takes one of the standard Animals 2018 remix. That's so to Woods Felix. And then No Time to Die was $19. Hey, there's another Miles Davis. This is not priced. I think this was an auction item that wasn't paid for. Well, I have one over there for $45, so wait a minute. This one's a master sound recording, though. Yeah, this one's a master sound. Let me just set that aside. I'll probably re-auction that at some point. That's the open one. Tyler Browning. Oh, excuse me. That's the person, never mind. REM Monster, $33.99. I do that sometimes. I'll read off the sticky note. REM Monster, $33.99. I think we tagged him twice on those or something. And another Tyler Childers. Can I take my hounds to heaven? $64.99. Sorry, Tyler. I promise Tyler's not an outlaw. We probably mistagged something. Okay, price again on Suicidal Tendencies. That was $36.99. Suicidal Tendencies was $36.99. $36.99. Bill Toe wants the longest day, not the longest yard. That is $9. $9. Let's go ahead and sell Joe Valentine, Streets of Fire. That's Joe's for $35. And Pete W. has ELO for $50, going once, going twice. ELO for $50, going once, going twice. Then, here are all of our official, see these copies of Dirks? We pre-sold almost 150, and this is how many was put back. Not bad, in my opinion. We only had 2, 4, 6, 8 put back, and we pre-sold probably 150. That's not bad because, but that's Allison Chains Dirt. Allison Chains Dirt, $36.99. $36.99. That's the first time I've officially showed all of our putbacks. Let's see. Tim Harper's out on ELO. All right, let's go ahead and sell that to Pete for $50. Pete gets ELO for $50. Priced on Dazed and Confused. Yeah, I'm going to go through this bin one more time. Wolves Council said he will take the Suicidal Tendencies. I am completely sold out of Fleetwood Mac Rumors 45 RPM. I'm going to try to order more, but if y'all missed it Monday night on our 20% off or our 20% off sale, we sold over 100 copies of that, so they're all gone. But if anybody needs an Allison Chains Dirt, they're $36.99. I've got 1, I've got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I had 8 putbacks. All right. All right, here. I'm glad that's not Dirty Inoculum. Yeah, I have bad luck with tool albums. Okay. Kelly, let me know if you want Dazed and Confused. If you don't, it looks like Jesse Hood does. So, Kelly, let me know. Let me know on that. Dazed and Confused. So that's sold to either Kelly or Jay Hood. Well, a lot of people are so excited to get something. They walk in their local Walmart and they buy it and then they cancel on me. It sucks, but Walmart actually gets stuff on release days and sometimes we don't, or we have to wait and then it has to be shipped to you. So, but that's probably what happened. We did have a couple people say their wives surprised them too, which I still don't believe that happens, but I guess it does sometimes. Okay. Thank you, Wolves Council. Kelly, the Dazed and Confused is $38.99. That is volume 1, and that is on purple vinyl. Okay. Let's see here. Mike Langford said something about a Def Leppard album. I have not shown a Def Leppard album. Okay. Let's see here. Cranberries, $39.99. Sturgill Simpson, $28.99. Blues Compilation, $28.99. The Beatles is $44.99. Reservoir Dogs, $38.99. Forrest Gump, $46.99. Tyler Childers, $64.99. 80s Movie Hits Collected, $44.99. Pink Floyd Animals Box, $114.99. 80s Movie Hits Collected, $44.99. Warren is $29.99. Tyler Childers, $64.99. Cheech and Chong, $24.99. Baby Metal was $29.99. REM, $33.99. Another one of those. And then plenty of Allison Chains Dirt. Kelly says she's going to pass, so give that to Jay Hood. Jay Hood. Yeah, I may just take a stash of Charles Hans wants REM. I may just take a stash of Allison Chains and go lock them up in one of our closets, and then in about 8 months they're going to be $115 a piece, and that's that. All the new vinyl on there, Kevin, I'm going to stick at sticker price right now. Thanks for the offer, but I'm going to stay at sticker price on those right now. Just If I don't sell them before long, they'll eventually be on sale, but right now they're sticker price. Okay, I have a crate of new vintage arrivals, and then I'll do another bin of putbacks. I've got more vintage arrivals here, I think. Yeah. Oh, I got to show those. I got to show that right there. What did I do with those 2 extra ones? Because I need to read those pre-orders. I had 2 extras of these. These came in this week. Pink Floyd, Hey Hey Rise Up. All proceeds to Ukraine Humanitarian Relief. New single from Pink Floyd. It also has a Great Day for Freedom 2022 mix. I had a lot of people pre-order these. They're $12.99. I have 2 left. I have 2 left on this, and that is $12.99. $12.99. Pink Floyd, Hey Hey Rise Up. That pre-order list is quite a few people. These are in this week. I have 2 left to sell, and then I can try to buy more. Scott Snee, Sean Foxbower, Matt Hamilton, Richard Davis, Michael Potts, Hannah Reeder, Lily McCurry, Gary Hackett, Randy Anderson, Sherry Darnell, Deborah Devaney, Stacy Metternich, Thomas O'Brien, Brady Bell, Paul Brothers, and Richard Allen. That's everybody who pre-ordered the new Pink Floyd single. Now, some people 3 months ago, people was like, Chad, why haven't these come in yet? They released a UK version months ago before they released it here in the US. So this has been out as a Euro version in the UK for maybe 2 or 3 months, and the US version comes out this Friday. $12.99. I'm definitely going to order more because obviously I've already sold. I don't have enough for tonight. So if anybody wants on that waiting list, please let me know. And I have 2 left, and that's R.M. Lazelle and Clay Moore. R.M. Lazelle and Clay Moore. And Tanner, I don't really know where I laid those. This stack here was the pre-orders. Are they on the counter? Do you see Pink Floyd over there, Seth, on the counter? I had 2 of them over there. The Pink Floyd 7-inch single. They're somewhere over here. I brought them. Oh, here they are.
Yeah, I thought they were.
I got them. Okay. Yeah, right here. So these are R.M. Lazelle's and Clay Moore. If anybody else on the waiting list, and that's Chris Kirkley and Greg Tape, let me know. I'm going to order more tonight. Okay, new vintage arrivals. New vintage arrivals. Let's see what we have in here. I've got Emmylou Harris, Cimarron, $14.99. Emmylou Harris. Looking back, this looks like some kind of compilation. It is $9.99. Eddie Floyd, Knock on Wood, Stormy, Mr. Bassman, Lightning Strikes, Get Out of My Head, Patches. Yeah, that's a compilation looking back. Greg says no waiting list on Pink Floyd. Man, some people don't like waiting list. I got to figure out the science behind that. I guess they don't like, some people told me they don't like it because they don't like surprises on their invoice. There'll be a record come in from 8 months ago and they're like, hey, what the heck is this? Missing Persons, $14.99. What is this? It's a 12-inch single. I Can't Think About Dancing and Face to Face, $14.99. Cool and Clear. This is another compilation. I see Aretha, Bobby Vinton, Major Lance, Village Stompers, The Ripcords. That is $9.99. The Rockettes, Make That Move, $14.99. That's a mini LP. Donna Summer, Live and More, $14.99. Super Hits of the 60s. Boy, Stacy's going to like this, Ben. Super Hits of the 60s, $9.99. Disco Party, 20 nonstop original hits by the original artist, $9.99. Eric Carmen is $9.99. So Chris Kirkley on the Pink Floyd waiting list and Jason Ivey. Emmylou Harris, Quarter Moon in a 10-Cent Town. That is $14.99. I was making sure I read that title right. Let's see. Stacy Metternich on 60 super hits of the 60s. That's so to Stacy Metternich. Billy Hurst. Hey guys, heard a rumor about the rest of Fred's collection. Yeah, that's some of this is right here. Most of it's in the back. The last 2 big acquisitions this week, we bought Fred's Garage, like a trailer full. No, we moved 2 trailers that day, didn't we? 2 trailerfuls. We got to figure out when to go back and get the rest of that. I told her it was going to be this week. That's not happening. So, but yeah, and then yesterday we went to Atlanta and we bought about 11,800 albums. Couldn't get them all. Or we didn't leave behind too many though, maybe 500. And I bought a Beatles collection too. I bought a collection of Beatles memorabilia, posters, magazines, trinkets, lunchbox, all kinds of different stuff. Okay, Steve Ziman put Ed. He put ED. That was first. We got Stacy's. Steve, what was Ed? Let me know what that was. And then next was Steve Ziman. Oh, that was Eric Carmen. I should have just read his next comment. Steve Ziman gets Eric Carmen. Pam Dickens, First of the Disco compilation. I think there's a lot of disco or a lot of compilations in here. Let's see here. Did you say 11,000 albums? Yes. Yes. You should, if you hadn't seen our post yet, go to our page, scroll down a little bit, and check out the video and the 2 pictures I posted. Yes, that means Fred does have more records in his house. Fred has about 18 or 20,000 albums still in his house. Yeah. Okay, my favorite guitars, Chet Atkins. My favorite guitars, $9.99. Chick Corea and Return to Forever, light as a feather. Light as a feather. Feather, $9.99. Anything Goes. The Dave Brubeck plays Cole Porter. I'm trying to read too fast. $19.99. Instant Brubeck, Dave Brubeck, $14.99. The Delmore Brothers and Wayne Rainey. What a name. $14.99. Johnny Cash, The Johnny Cash Show, $14.99. Merry Christmas, The Supremes. That's cool. $14.99. Chipmunks, Christmas with the Chipmunks, $9.99. And Greatest Hits Volume 2 of Eddie Rabbit, $9.99. Webb Pierce, Webb with a Beat, $14.99. And Webb Pierce, Webb, that is $9.99. The Essential Art Tatum on Verve is $19.99. And ZZ Top Eliminator, $34.99. All right, we'll make sure I hadn't missed any claims in there. Paul Brothers wants the Baby Metal record from the Putback Bin. That is right here. Sell that to Paul Brothers. Paul Brothers, you get the Baby Metal. Greg Tate wants Return to Forever. That is sold to Greg Tate. Carlene Rollins put C. Carlene, let me know what that is. And then Elizabeth Lennox, First to the Supremes. And Elizabeth, I may be wrong, but that may be the first time you have made a purchase with us. If that is correct, please send us a message on Facebook. If you have bought from us before, disregard all of this, but you just got the Merry Christmas Supremes. Please send us a message, and we will invoice you on Monday. Second time. Okay, well, you know the drill. You might want to message us again. Just say I bought something of that. That way it bumps up your message in our inbox. But either way, thank you. Clay Moore, you were second on a Supremes record. Brad Faust gets the Eddie Rabbit. Kenny Heathcock on ZZ Top. Where are you, ZZ? ZZ Top, Kenny Heathcock. Tony Riddle said he wants the Warrant latest and greatest hits from earlier. Tony Riddle, there's your Warrant latest and greatest hits. Carlene Madden said the C was for Chipmunk. So Carlene Madden is going to get the Christmas with the Chipmunks. All righty. Is it just Art Tatum on piano? Let's find out, Derek. The Essential Art Tatum, Classics by the Jazz Virtuoso Pianist. I'm assuming so. It is a gatefold single LP on the Black Verve label. $19.99. I will say I don't know a lot about that specific album. Ronco presents a collector's edition of Love Rock. 18 original hits by the original stars. $9.99. Love Rock. Triumvirate. Old Loves Die Hard. $19.99. Bonnie Tyler, Faster Than the Speed of Night, $9.99. Stacy Metternich, All Over the Love Rock compilation. Rick Wakeman, Journey to the Center of the Earth, $19.99. Donna Summer, Greatest Hits on the Radio, Volumes 1 and 2. That is $14.99. Neil Diamond, his 12 Greatest Hits, sealed, $19.99. Tony Carey, Some Tough City, $19.99. Sweet as Candy, WFIL 56. This is another compilation. It is $14.99. Al Green, The Joker, Steve Miller Band, Helen Reddy, Terry Jacks, Love Unlimited Orchestra. Ronco presents Winners, Original Hits, Original Artist, $9.99. Barry Manilow, Al Stewart, Dave Mason, Alice Cooper, Boston, Hot Chocolate. Jeff McMaster wants the WFIL. Sell that to Jeff McMaster. I have Pat Benatar, Crimes of Passion, $14.99. Pat Benatar. Juggernauts of the early 70s, Jim Croce. Boy, they make that hard to read. Let's see here. John Kay, Tommy Rowe, Mama Cass, Steppenwolf, Hamilton Joe, Frank Reynolds. Yeah, that's called Juggernauts of the early 70s. $14.99. Climax Blues Band, Gold Plated, $19.99. A 12-inch single from Bob Seger, Miami. It's a promo copy. Miami, $14.99. Stacy wants Juggernauts of the 70s. That's sold to Stacy. Magical Mystery Tour, $34.99. This is a purple Capitol label pressing, near mint. Magical Mystery Tour, $34.99. Yaski takes the Pat Benatar. That's a nice looking copy of that. Sell that to Yas. Jackie Wilson Jones Reynolds wants the Donna Summer Greatest Hits on the Radio. That's sold to Jackie Reynolds. Johnny Horton's Greatest Hits, $9.99. Is that a gatefold? No. Let's say I've never seen that as a gatefold. The Everly Brothers 24 Original Classics, $19.99. Emmylou Harris Luxury Liner, $14.99. Profile, the best of Emmylou Harris, $14.99. The Safaris, the original hit versions, Wipeout and Surfer Joe, $29.99 on Dot Records. But that's really nice. It is. Shadows of the Night, Gloria, $39.99. Elvis Sings the Wonderful World of Christmas, $9.99. Jeff McMaster on the Safaris. And Johnny Burnett's Hits, that is $24.99. Johnny Burnett's Hits. The Father of Bluegrass Music, Bill Monroe and his Bluegrass Boys, $14.99. The Art Tatum also has other musicians on the songs, tenor sax, drum, and bass. There you go. Thank you, Alan. Elizabeth Lennox takes the Elvis Christmas on that. The Beatles Purple Capitol. That is true. The Purple Capitol pressings of this is some of their best. I'm surprised no one bought that yet. Elizabeth got the Elvis. Mike Jones, you were second to the Juggernauts. We've already sold that. Alan and Bill was next on Elvis. We have more of those. Let's see. We had some of those that didn't sell in the last bin. Let me find them right quick. Let's see if they're in this bin. I know at least one bin I've already been through had a couple Elvis Christmas albums that didn't sell. Now if I can just find them, it's probably right here. Let's see. Yep, there's Jimmy Buffett, Jefferson, Elvis. Yeah, we got these things everywhere. There's one for Alan Jonathan, and there's one for Bill McAllister. Tom Ulanowski wants the Johnny Horton. Wayne Carr on Bill Monroe. Wayne Carr on Bill Monroe. That was right in here. That was right here. And Jackie, I don't think I have any more Elvis handy. I know I had those other two, but that's all I have right now that I can get to. Debbie Blair wants the best of Emmylou Harris. Okay. I'm a Lonesome Fugitive, Merle Haggard, $19.99. Looks like a very nice copy. It is. Merle Haggard, I'm a Lonesome Fugitive. That's one we don't see as often. Same thing with this one, Pride in What I Am. Another nice one, 1999. And Hag, also 1999. And, let's see if it's Buck Owens. It's either going to go to Tommy Flowers or is it Tommy Green? Just between the two of us, Bonnie Owens and Merle Haggard. Boy, that's nice too. 1999. All right, let me read through these titles one more time. Everything in here is still available. Y'all have let me go like 20 minutes without putting up any Japanese auctions. We could have already sold 30 more records. Let's see here. Let's do some stuff that I was going to reduce. I think I still have a few in here we hadn't put up yet. So. Oh, there's some great stuff in here. I think there's another Japanese band somewhere. All right, let's see what we got here. George Buchanan. George Buchanan on Buck Owens. George Buchanan on Buck Owens. How much was the Beatles' Magical Mystery Tour? It was $34.99. $34.99, Steve. That's yours if you want it. And Kenny Heathcock on Merle Haggard. Kenny, you've got pick. Hag, Pride in What I Am, or Lonesome Fugitive. Your dibs on any one of those. All right, let's do some Japanese auctions. Paul McCartney, Pipes of Peace. Just a $25 start. Paul McCartney, Pipes of Peace. Japanese pressing of Obi. Just a $25 start. And then we have Linda Ronstadt's Greatest Hits. Japanese pressing of this. $25 start on that. So Linda Ronstadt's Greatest Hits, Volume 2. $25 start. And Paul McCartney, just a $25 start. Steve Botsford does want the Magical Mystery Tour. Kenny Heathcock wants the second Merle Haggard. That's Pride in What I Am. And that's the one Brian Glick also wanted. Kenny had dibs on those. So that is sold to Kenny Heathcock. I still had... that was sold to George Buchanan. Reduced starts on these Japanese pressings. Paul McCartney and Linda Ronstadt. $25 starts on those. All right, let's flip through these one more time. I'll read titles. If you need prices or other information, please let me know. Emmylou Harris, Looking Back, that was a compilation. Missing Persons 12-inch single. Cool and Clear, that was a compilation. The Rockets mini LP. Donna Summer, Live and More. Emmylou Harris, Chet Atkins, Dave Brubeck Quartet, Dave Brubeck, the Delmore Brothers, Johnny Cash, Webb Pierce, Art Tatum, this band, Bonnie Tyler, Rick Wakeman, Neil Diamond was Sealed, Tony Carey, Winners, that's another Ronco compilation, Climax Blues Band, Bob Seger, Everly Brothers, Emmylou Harris, Shadows of the Night, Johnny Burnett, Merle Haggard, and Merle Haggard. Neil, $15. Everything in here is sticker price. New arrivals for tonight. Everything in here is sticker price. Plus, I don't know what Neil was. Neil? What was Neil? Neil? Not for sure what that was. Tom, The Shadows of the Night. This is $39.99. $39.99. Okay. Neil Diamond. Neil Diamond's Greatest Hits. Yeah, I'm going to stick, these are new arrivals, the sticker price on all these right now. Okay. So we have here. Let's see. What's over here? What is this here? Okay. I'm trying to find the newest trying to find the newest new vinyl from this week. I'm having a hard time with it, though. I think it's this right here. Is this it? Yeah, it's this stuff back here. Let me move a few things around. Lay that over there. Okay, let's see. Emmylou Harris, the last one. What was the title? What did I do with those? Let's see here. It was called Luxury Liner. Luxury Liner. George Buchanan, Luxury Liner. Clay Moore said, I will take the Neil Diamond. All right. That's sold to Clay Moore. And Jackie Reynolds said the second Donna Summer price. That was Live and More. That was $14.99. $14.99. This one right here. George Buchanan said he would take the Emmylou Harris. All right. I think this is the new stuff, yeah. I might not go, I may just, yeah, I don't know if I go through the whole bin. Okay, if anybody wants to buy these, just $25. Paul McCartney, Pipes of Peace, Japanese Pressing, and Linda Ronstadt, Greatest Hits, Volume 2. These are now buy it now, no bids. $25. $25 on those. I'm going to lay them right over here. Don't think too long on those. Jackie said she'll take the Donna Summer. I think I'm trying to find, Charlie DeFrank wants Pipes of Peace for $25. I'm trying to find the new vinyl from Tuesday night. In case you missed it, I was just going to show a few of those right quick. And Tim Harper wants the Linda Ronstadt. So those are sold and sold. Okay, let me put up a couple more then. I've got, let's see. I've got Bob Seger, Like a Rock, and The Ventures, Best 20. $25 starts on those. Bob Seger, Like a Rock, and The Ventures, Best 20. Both Japanese pressings, $25 start. All right, I'm going to start from the front of this bin. Some of this is, it's kind of just mixed, so. Okay, first is Neil Young, Toast. Fairly new album. It's actually an album recorded in 2001. He didn't record or didn't release until recently, back in July. $42.99. Bush, Sea of Memories, $29.99. Bush, Sea of Memories, $29.99. Scorpions, Love at First Sting, $34.99. Stranger Things Season 3 soundtrack, $36.99. Led Zeppelin 1, $36.99. Metallica, Woodstock 1994, $44.99. The Rolling Stones Sticky Fingers, $36.99. John Coltrane, Love Supreme, $36.99. Tears for Fears, The Seeds of Love, $36.99. Funkadelic, $29.99. The Grateful Dead, $28.99. Black Sabbath, that's the deluxe edition, $39.99. Joy Division and New Order, Greatest Hits, $36.99. Fleetwood Mac Self-Titled is $31.99. Halloween, The Dark Ride, $49.99. Red Hot Chili Peppers, new album, that's a gold vinyl indie exclusive, $44.99. And then there's the Megadeth again, Peace Sells, but who's buying? $38.99. Okay. Bob Seger, Tracy McFadden's at $25, going twice, going 3 times. And we're looking for a $25 start on the Ventures. Looking for a $25 start on the Ventures. John Wilson wants the Seeds. Rob Hampton on Megadeth. Has Rob bought from us before? Rob, let me know if you've made a purchase from us before. I'm not for sure. Rob Hampton on Megadeth. Steve Howe on Megadeth. Rob Hamilton on Metallica. Rob Hamilton on Metallica. And then Jimmy E. back on Megadeth again, which I think I'm going to have to pull one from the other crate. All right, let me do that. So Rob is a first-time buyer. Looks like you're on Facebook. So Rob, please send us a message to our Facebook inbox, which is CollectCo, here on this page. and just send us a message and say, I'm a first-time buyer. Jimmy, there's your Megadeth. I'm a first-time buyer, and we just need your email address and your mailing address. Email address and mailing address. And we will invoice you on Monday. $7 unlimited shipping. $7 unlimited shipping, and we're having another sale tomorrow night and another sale Saturday. That's Friday and Saturday. We're having sales. You have those 2 days to combine shipping for $7. And that $7 is week to week. 1 record this week or 300 records, $7. Bob Seeger sold to Tracy McFadden for $25. Does anybody want the Ventures for $25? Does anybody want the Ventures for $25? That is now a buy it now. I bet somebody's going to take it. Sell that for $25 if anybody wants it. Okay, the rest of this is stuff that was just kind of our new stuff. All right, I'm going to try to find some vintage stuff to put on sale. I may go over here and pull one of these bins. Let me see if that bin is still over here that I was looking at the other day. It's literally a bin over here. Let's see if it's still over here. Where was that? It had all kinds of really good stuff in it. Is this it? The card is, I guess the card is plugged in. We can't roll it, can we? Ed's like, I guess not. No one else has answered me. Yeah, thank you, Ed. Let's see. What happened here? Let me go back to my phone for right quick. So Rob Hampton wanted a Megadeth. Steve Howe wanted a Metallica. And Rob wanted a Megadeth and a Metallica. Yes. Make sure we got them down for both of those. But yes, I did. Yeah, I got you with both. Yes. And Jimmy got a Megadeth. Can you get the new Taylor Swift? I got to go hide now. Those hadn't shipped. If that's due out this week, which I think it has, those hadn't shipped to us yet. Yes, I pulled you Metallica. Let's see. Okay. YouTube test. Tommy, I see you on YouTube. Okay. I got to find a crate to go through. I really can't roll the cart over there. I don't know if that bin will fit. I will just pick up that whole bin and set it over here if I can. Let me do an experiment here. Oh, there is I know what. It's this black crate down here on the bottom. These are really good crates right here. That one right there. Yeah. I'll take that. Sorry to mess up your table. This is a really good crate. This is a really good crate. Hold on a second. I've messed up my table. I'll need that. Sometimes I look through these crates and I'm like, man, did we just not even show this that night? I mean, it's that kind of quality stuff in it, so. I think this is it, unless it got shifted over there. Yeah, it's got good stuff in it. I think all those right there are good. Okay, let's get 2 new auctions rolling first. I've got stuff I'm slashing prices on. I got another Linda Ronstadt. And Footloose, Asia. Footloose, $25 start. Japanese press, $25 start on Footloose. And Asia, $35 start. Asia, $35 start. What I'll do on these is we'll do this buy it now or best offer or let's make a deal. Y'all know what that means? I'm going to be showing them just like they're new. I'll consider any offers and we can cut any kind of deal you want on them. Traffic, John Barleycorn must die. Let me move my camera just a little up. Traffic, John Barleycorn Must Die, $22.99. The most popular guitar, Chet Atkins, $14.99. That is John Lennon. That is Live Peace Toronto, 1969, $34.99. There. Well, he may be watching, but Kevin Squires, here's your Morgan record. No wonder I couldn't find it. It was in the wrong crate. Morgan is $499.99, but I've already got it sold. I've been looking for this for Kevin Squires forever. It was stickered $499.99. I thought it was in a crate in the back. It was up here the whole time, Kevin. Morgan, rare psych record. That's I gotta send him some pictures of it first. I gotta confirm. It is pretty much sold, but he wanted to see some pictures of it. Tracy McFadden for $25. Clouds, Joni Mitchell, $19.99. Willie Nelson and Webb Pierce in the Jailhouse Now, $14.99. Quicksilver, $19.99. Quicksilver, What About Me, $19.99. Grape Jam, Moby Grape, $24.99. Jimi Hendrix, The Cry of Love, $39.99. And Officer and a Gentleman soundtrack, $19.99. Andy Lewis was Footloose. Yes, Footloose is a $25 start. Footloose was a $25 start. No bids yet. Going once, going twice. And then I'm going to end it. And then Asia is $40. Asia's $40 to Pete W. And that's going once, going twice. Steve, you're out. That's ironic. Steve Howe is bidding on an Asia record. You play lead guitar on this, don't you? Steve Howe is Pete W. is at $40 on Asia. That's going once, going twice. Andy's at $25 on Footloose. Just Temple. Yeah. I've had a $500 record I've misplaced, and I've just here's usually how I find stuff I've misplaced. I will literally find it live on Facebook when we're going back through these crates. That's usually how I find stuff people's looking for. Because I'll show something, and then about 2 days later, someone's like, "Can you send pictures of that?" And then I have no idea where it is. I have no idea where it is. Condition, Joni Mitchell. John, I'm almost positive you've already seen this one before, but there it is again. There's your $5,000 version of Joni Mitchell. Overall, it's really nice. Wow, it is. Very nice copy. That's a really good song. All of her albums are good. Clouds, Blue, Court and Spark. I mean, they're all the kind of same feel to them. Janis Joplin, them old Cosmic Blues. I told y'all, great stuff in here. Don't be afraid to make offers. I'm telling you. I mean, we did a 20% off sale the other night. I will probably discount anything in here 20% and maybe more. So I'm needing to sell records. That's why I'm here right now on Facebook. Don't be afraid to make offers. I'm either going to say yes or I'm going to counter. The Greatest Hits of Eric Burden, $14.99. And Neil Young Harvest, really nice copy, $34.99. Santana Abraxas, $24.99. Bruce Springsteen, Darkness on the Edge of Town, $19.99. Gordon Lightfoot, Summertime Dream, $19.99. And Gordon Lightfoot, Endless Wire, $19.99. Bruce Springsteen, Greetings from Asbury Park, $19.99. And Stevie Nicks, Belladonna is sealed. Wow, sealed, $39.99. Super Savers. Willie Nelson and Roger Miller, $14.99. Moody Blues, Every Good Boy Deserves Favor, $19.99. All right. Let's go ahead and sell Asia to Pete W. for $40. Footloose is sold for $25 to Andy Lewis. Oh, wait a minute. We had two bids on Footloose. Andy Lewis was in first at $25, and Mike Jones, you were second. So Andy has this for $25. Mike, you're second. That is going twice, going three times, though, to Andy Lewis. If you want to bid, Mike, please do it very soon. Label on Santana Abraxas, and does it have poster? It is not the original label, and it does not have a poster. I can tell you just based on the price. Yeah, it is very, very nice, though, and no poster. Let's see. Chris Kirkley on Joni Mitchell, $16. Sell that to Chris Kirkley for $16. Clouds. Very nice copy. Sell that to Chris Kirkley for $16. Going twice, going 3 times, going 3, going 4 times. Andy Lewis is at 25 on Footloose. Chad, do you have any hidden gems behind the counter or anywhere? Let's make a deal. No, not that I'm aware of. You're trying to find what, like $1,000 record or something to buy tonight? I don't have anything right now. You'll want to check out all the new stuff from Atlanta. We just bought almost 12,000 records down there. There's some crazy, obscure stuff in there. Joni Mitchell, this is Ladies of the Canyon, right? Yeah, Ladies of the Canyon, 1999. Days of Future Past, The Moody Blues, 1999. ABBA, The Visitors. ABBA is sealed, $39.99. Condition, and how much is Janis? Janis Joplin, them old Cosmic Blues Again, Mama, original Columbia sleeve, original label too. Very nice. EX plus vinyl. Covers about a VG plus. Very common signs of ring wear on this one. $34.99. Do we have any record dividers over there? I see them. They're right next to the second shelf. Ed sees them too. Let me show those to Jason. All right, let me go ahead and sell Footloose, Andy Lewis for $25. Sell that to Andy Lewis. I think I have another one of those. Mike Jones, I may have another one of those if you want one for $25 as well. I don't know until I can get to it. But let's do 2 more soundtracks. Thank you, Ed. We have Vision Quest soundtrack. Vision Quest soundtrack, $25 start. And Staying Alive soundtrack, $25 start. Jason Ivy, record dividers. This is a pack of 5. And these are 5 gauge. They're very thick. Not very flimsy at all, very thick. A pack of 5 is $14.99, record dividers. Just like that. You can write Led Zeppelin on them. That is $14.99 for a pack of 5. Have to ask, might be scored Metallica. Yeah, sometimes I have stuff like that stuck behind the counter. Bubby Mercer wants a pack of Big Fudge inner sleeves. You got it. Does anybody else want a pack? We'll go get a pack and I'll show them. It's one of our most popular brands of inner sleeves. Floyd Furman said he would give $24 for Janis Joplin. Sold, $24. The Blues Project, live at Cafe A Go-Go. That is $19.99. Stephen Steele's is $19.99. Sade, Promise. Sade is in shrink wrap with hype sticker, $49.99. Sade, Promise. The Things I Notice Now, Tom Paxton, is $19.99. Let me go ahead and step to the back and grab some Big Fudge inner sleeves. I don't have any 2 mil. 2 mil we keep and use here. We really don't want to sell those. Huh. All right. Big Fudge inner sleeves. Who asked first for this? Bubby Mercer. So Big Fudge inner sleeves. I highly recommend storing all of your vinyl in these. A pack of 50 is $23.99. Premium Master inner sleeves. Those are $23.99. I've got Jeff McIntosh down for a pack. Bubby Mercer down for a pack. And if anybody else, I just brought multiple packs up from the back. I've got 3 here, but I have cases. I have cases full of these. I have 3 more there, though, handy. And Jason Ivy said he will take 2 packs of record dividers here. Sell those to Jason Ivy. He gets the record dividers right here in the middle. Tim Harper wants a pack of Big Fudge inner sleeves. Retro Class Entertainment. Rydell Martin wants a pack of Big Fudge inner sleeves. Anybody else? I just don't have this 1 pack. I've got a bunch. Let me know. Okay, back to this crate. We're doing vintage stuff here. Buy it now or let's make a deal. You can make offers. I haven't declined anything yet. Pearls Before Swine. These Things too. $29.99. Pearls Before Swine. Pearls Before Swine, I think that's self-titled, $39.99. No, it's called One Nation Underground. One Nation Underground. Yeah, One Nation Underground. Pearls Before Swine, $39.99. Tom Paxton 6, $19.99. Just a collection of antiques and curios. Straubs, live at the Queen Elizabeth Hall, $19.99. Stephen Stills 2. Stephen Stills is $19.99. The Nice, $24.99. Beckola, Jeff Beck, $19.99. Wow, how come that didn't sell? That's a classic. Really nice too, $19.99 on Jeff Beck. And Cover Me, Bruce Springsteen, $19.99. Bruce Springsteen, Nebraska, $19.99. The Doobie Brothers, One Step Closer, $14.99. The Blues Project, Planned Absoluteness. That's a tough word for me. $19.99. Say that again, Ed.
Planned obsolescence.
Yes, obsolescence. Thank you. What is this? I don't see anything on it. Green Warner Brothers. John Simon's album. John Simon's album, $29.99. Also, my throat feels like it's on fire. So I'm glad I'm able to read what I have tonight. Okay, no bids on these. If anybody wants to buy it now, just $25 buy it nows. Vision Quest and Staying Alive soundtracks. Vision Quest and Staying Alive. Pristine Japanese pressings. Your pick. Just $25 buy it nows. I'm putting it over here with the Ventures. I have a feeling so. Chris Kirkley offered $15 for Bruce. Which one was you offering on? Nebraska or Cover Me? Or both. Cover Me is a 12-inch single, by the way. Drink ginger tea. I'm going to have to drink something during the break. I tried drinking a Monster earlier, and it hurt. It hurt to drink. I might have to warm it up. Warm Monster. That sounds terrible, doesn't it? Pound of Bang and a fistful of hot. I'll definitely drink some water here at the break. I knew I was sick earlier, too, when I couldn't eat my daily Subway. I couldn't even eat half of it. Nope, that's not. Let's see. Brian Glick wants Vision Quest. Brian Glick wants Vision Quest. Brian Glick gets the Vision Quest for $25. Chris Kirkley offered $15 for Bruce Springsteen, Nebraska. Bruce Springsteen, Nebraska to Chris Kirkley. Audio sounds distorted. Okay. Craig, thank you. I'll check on that. Okay, where did we get to here? Jackson Brown, Late for the Sky. Jackson Brown is $14.99. John Lennon, Plastic Ono Band, $34.99. Apple Press. There's some nice condition records in here. Eric Carmen, $9.99. Let's see, Bee Gees Odessa, $44.99. That is a 1969 OG pressing with a felt cover. $44.99. Next auctions. Thank you, Alan. First, Jimmy offered $10 for Jeff Beck. I will split that with you at $15. This is way too nice. Rod Stewart on lead vocals. I love how it says vocals extraordinaire. Rod Stewart, all shook up. Jailhouse Rock. $15 on that, Jimmy. Next auctions. Next auctions. We've got, let's see. What do we got over here? I guess we're going to have to, I got some killer stuff over here, but I guess I'm going to have to reduce it to make it appealing, huh? Let's do a Clapton and a Wings. I'm going to reduce these. Brent Rabley takes the Bee Gees. Tim Harper was next at $30. That's Brent's. And then Jeff Beck for $15. So Bee Gees was sticker, Jeff Beck was $15, and Nebraska was $15. Tanner's got that covered. All right. I have a copy, a Japanese pristine copy of Eric Clapton, 461 Ocean Boulevard. The last time I said a $45 start, I'm going to put this up for a $30 start. $30 start, Eric Clapton, 461 Ocean Boulevard. Near mint Japanese pressing. Then we have a Wings Over America. This has a few sleeve scuffs on the vinyl. It is a triple LP. Light tearing the OB here. I'm going to put that up. I think last time I said $35 start, just a $25 start. Wings Over America, triple live, $30 or $25 start on that. The John Lennon Plastic Ono Band. John Lennon Plastic Ono Band was $34.99. If you're just tuning in, probably our last crate of part 1. There's really good vintage classic rock OGs in here. It is sticker price, or let's make a deal, which means you can make me an offer. I'm in the mood to sell stuff, especially after what we've bought this week. So trying to make room. Of course, a crate at a time. You wouldn't believe it, but it matters a lot when we need crates. The Birds, Younger Than Yesterday, $29.99. I think that's an OG on the 2i label. I can tell from the baggie. It is. That is $29.99. Bruce Springsteen, Born to Run, $19.99. Bruce Springsteen, I call that one the E Street Shuffle, $19.99. David Crosby, If You Could Only Remember My Name, $39.99. In the Court of the Crimson King, this is $99.99. I remember this. It's a beautiful, pristine OG copy. Presswell, 1841 Broadway, In the Court of the Crimson King. That is $99.99. Chad Kerfoot. First, we got, George Buchanan bid $35 on Eric Clapton. George Buchanan bid $35 on Eric Clapton. That's going once, going twice. Wings, we had $25 and $27. Chad Kerfoot offered $25 on John Lennon. Let's sell that to Chad Kerfoot for $25. Jeff McMaster offered $75 for King Crimson. Chris Kirkley offered $14 on Born to Run. So sell that to Chris Kirkley for $14. Now, Jeff, here's the problem. I kind of hate for this to happen when somebody's making an offer. Jeff, I was going to counter you anyway, but the problem is Fred is saying he'll pay $99.99 for it. So here's what I'll do just to be fair. Jeff, you've got dibs on this. I will sell it for $95 to you since you were first. If you pass, then I'll sell it to Fred, and he gets it $5 cheaper than he initially anticipated. So $95 to you, Jeff. If you pass, he goes to Fred for $95. Chad Bennett bid $28 on Wings. Alan Jonathan bid $30. So we only have one bidder still on Eric Clapton. That's George Buchanan at $35, and that's going twice, going 3 times. The Who Are You? And that's on red vinyl for $34.99. Vanilla Fudge, Rock and Roll, that is $19.99. That's in partial shrink wrap. Gene Vincent's Greatest is $14.99. The Monkees is $19.99. Actually, okay, this stuff here we've been through lately. This stuff up here, that was a condensed bin. So what I'm going to do, we've been through all this stuff lately. Yeah, that's from a crate the other night. I condensed it with these, and that's why I knew I needed to go back through this crate. So I'm going to go back through this crate one more time and read off titles now that y'all know I'm negotiable. And I will, you can buy them or entertain offers. Let's see. So Wings, we got 28 on Wings, then we had 30, and we had 30. Alan Jonathan, oh, that's not Wings, that's Clapton. Wings is at 30 with Alan Jonathan, going once, going twice. Let's go ahead and sell Eric Clapton to George. Let's sell that to George Buchanan for $35. Jeff said he will take the King Crimson for $95. Good decision. So sell that to Jeff McMaster for $95. Brent saying, I'm just now seeing the offers. A little too late. A little too late. All right, I'm going to go back through these and just read titles. Last crate of part 1. When we come back, I'm going to go back through new vinyl arrivals from tonight, which we had some awesome stuff. I don't know if y'all missed that, but I showed the Frank Sinatra collected, the barefoot or the bare naked ladies. I guess the barefoot. I guess they're barefoot too. The Megadeths, the Stripers. So I'll do all that during part 2. One more time through these. Final call on Wings. Allen's at 30. Allen's at 30 on Wings. We had Traffic, Chet Atkins, John Lennon, Willie Nelson, and Webb Pierce. Quicksilver, Moby Grape, Jimi Hendrix, An Officer and a Gentleman, Eric Burden, Neil Young, Bruce Springsteen, Gordon Lightfoot, Bruce Springsteen. Stevie Nicks was sealed, by the way. Willie Nelson, Moody Blues, Santana, Joni Mitchell, Moody Blues. ABBA was sealed. Blues Project, Stephen Stills, Sade, Tom Paxton. Pearls Before Swine, condition and price. This one, VG Plus cover, near mint minus vinyl. It's actually really, really nice. That's $29.99. And Pearls Before Swine, One Nation Underground, $39.99. VG Plus cover and also near mint minus vinyl. Last week's Sabotage. Yeah, I have a few Sabotage titles. I can show those to you if Ed has a second to pull them. Tom Paxton 6, Straubs, Stephen Stills 2, The Nice, Bruce Springsteen, the Doobie Brothers, Blues Project. That was John Simon on that one. Jackson Brown, Eric Carmen, The Byrds, Bruce Springsteen, David Crosby, The Who's on red vinyl, Vanilla Fudge, and Gene Vincent. Pearls, both for, thank you, Ed. Let's see here. Both for 40. I had 30, and 30. Let's see here. 20 and both of them for 50. Both of them for 50. Both of those for 50. Yes, Wings is sold to Alan Jonathan for 30. Alan Jonathan, you get Wings for 30. Charlie DeFrank, both of those for 50. And Sabotage, here's what I have in stock. Fight for the Rock. And this is limited, a collector's edition, heavyweight white vinyl with exclusive 10-inch single. So white vinyl with 10-inch single, $46.99. Power of the Night, that's on clear vinyl with pop-up gatefold, $37.99. And Hall of the Mountain King, $39.99. That's what I have in stock with Sabotage. A couple of those I only have ones of. Charlie DeFrank said okay to 50 on both of those. And Paul, I will do 40 for Sade. Sade. Sade or Sade? Sade. Yeah, 40 for that. In shrink wrap, hype sticker. Let me find Sade. She's hiding. He said sold. I just got to find it now. Oh, there it is. $40 to Paul Brothers. And that's what I have in stock on Sabotage. There's a couple albums they've released since those, but I missed them. I got to go back and see if I can get them. Their stuff's not easy to get, even new pressings. Anybody else on anything in that crate? If you're just hopping on, we're going to be coming back at 10 o'clock. I 100% need to take a break. My throat feels absolutely terrible. I've been sick the last 24 hours, but I'm going to stop complaining. Right, Tanner? Tanner said stop complaining. All right, so we'll be back in 30 minutes at 10 o'clock. If I miss anything before we sign off, just let me know. When we come back, I'll have some new arrivals, auctions, and more on-sale vintage. We'll go back through some crates we hadn't been through in a few months. See you then. And that's in 10 o'clock.